already fishing. Oops. RuneScape. Yeah, Soph and I were playing it. I don't know if he's still online or not. Yeah, I was just fishing. He's just crafting. I don't know where you're going. It's Milton. Oh, okay. Oh, I don't know if you ever have like performance issues, Lily, but you can hide the preview on Stream Manager, and it will actually make it less harsh on your computer. No, you right. I think it's 3 dots. Yeah, you hide there. Yeah. It's not super needed since you have OBS, which has a preview on it, so yeah.
Yeah, I was gonna say is if your computer can handle it, which my computer can handle at this point, because my computer's house. But if your computer can handle it, I like to keep the stream viewer open if I can, just because I like to see what others can see. Because OBS is gonna show me whatever, right? But if like the stream is messed up from OBS to Twitch, then you'll see it on the stream preview for the dashboard.
So there's gonna be delay regardless, because just of how streaming works.
Yeah.
So stream will always be behind.
It's like 30 seconds behind. Not the worst.
No.
It's behind. It's behind.
I think I have it set on my stream to be like the lowest amount of delay that can be possible, because I know, yeah, because I know you can set that up, and it's so far has been working. It depends if Twitch wants to behave when so it's just like, yeah, I got a weird delay. I'm like, oh, okay. I know sometimes you mentioned that it's like behind more.
I seem to have the biggest delay out of like all the people who watch your streams, so.
Which is.
Well, I guess it's not entirely true. Sometimes it's bigger.
Yeah. Oh, I can catch salmon now! Oh, cook salmon? I can cook salmon, okay. Might as well sit here until I get to level 40. Come on, Gabe. I don't know if you can actually make him an Igiri in RuneScape, actually.
I know you can in 5. Or, oh, no. Yeah. RuneScape 5. When?
We gotta get to RuneScape 4 first. The current RuneScape we're playing is RuneScape 3. It's just called RuneScape though. There's RuneScape 1, which was, well, obviously the obvious first RuneScape. And then there's RuneScape 2, which is also known as Old School RuneScape or 2007 RuneScape, and then RuneScape 3 is the current iteration. RuneScape 1 is usually called RuneScape Classic.
Text-based adventure.
Oh. Which?
I commented about me forgetting that Wicked was a movie.
Oh,
I was like, you look at theaters out there? No, I meant like theater, like Wicked, the Broadway.
yeah. When you said you saw Wicked, I'm just like, Broadway's doing that again? I forgot about the movie as well. I'm like, how did you afford that? That's not cheap. This movie.
I mean, nowadays it's $50 for people to go to the movies. Heck, you were $7.
Going to the movie theater and not getting popcorn feels like you're not getting the proper movie experience.
I've been to the movie theater since 2014.
I think the last movie I saw in theaters was Frozen 2.
And I saw Mario.
Was that? Oh yeah, wait, was Mario? Yeah, Mario was after Frozen, right? Yeah. I think.
I say I don't know.
Frozen 2 came out in 2019, so Mario was definitely after that.
Okay, yeah.
I guess Mario came out in the span of time that we knew each other.
Oh, okay. I thought Frozen 2 was a lot more recent.
Well, it was 6 years ago, that's all.
Hey. Oh jeez. There's a Love Live song that played at the end of the Love Live movie from Muse. And apparently that came out 10 years ago. And I'm like, oh.
Oh.
Oh, they can hear us? Oh, fun. Oh yeah, they can. You do not mute that, oh, you guys are still muted. Okay. Hi, everyone!
Oh,
Oh, I don't have your reactive set up on here. Okay, hang on. That was something else.
Nice
I forgot.
I don't remember which thing it's in. Is it game capture?
The reactives, it is browser stuff.
Okay.
You need
Oh,
to make a
yep.
browser source.
Yeah, I
for
already.
through.
Oh, well, I got Ari and Soph. Michi isn't there.
You can refresh the browser source. Maybe that would help. Sometimes it does that.
Oh, there we go. Okay. There you guys are. Okay. So move you over here real quick. But hi, everyone. If you didn't read the stream title, it's my birthday!
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday.
I am now 28. But,
Oh.
yeah.
Snappish.
You're younger than me. Holy shit.
Yeah, I thought
Oh,
you...
wait. No.
Almost
2
2 years.
years. 2
Yeah.
years. That's right.
Because your
You
birthday's...
forgot that she also has a birthday this year.
Well, I'm 29 now, so you are a year younger than me.
Until next month.
Yeah, until next month.
Oh my gosh.
But sure.
Feeling good in you.
Yeah. Joining me is Aria Sofimichi. And I've also debuted my new 2D model.
Let's go.
It's kinda simple, but I like the art style a lot more than 3D models.
You know what? Fair enough.
But oh, I wanted to show you guys. I made some toggles.
Ooh.
Oh, do I gotta go over here to make them work? There we go.
I'm trying.
They're mostly sticky notes.
Gotta love sticky notes.
You only have like one.
I know. I have a bunch like on my hard drive that I've been meant to use in YouTube Studio.
Yeah.
You had a Final Fantasy one.
I do. I lost it.
That's the one Aria has.
Oh yeah, we got the matching dumb.
Yeah.
Yay.
Yay! We can be dumb together.
Someone that would have a dumb sticky note would also be like, yes, you two also have the dumb sticky note. We are dumb together.
Poor Michi's mic.
Is it still
Yeah.
Crispin?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's been Crispin this whole time.
I don't know what the problem is. I really don't.
Just set up like you're gonna do stream again, because apparently that worked last time.
I don't know. I haven't changed anything.
And then I got a couple of non-sticky note ones. There's this one, which I mean, oops.
It
Which-
won't cover your whole body. It's
Yeah.
only half body.
Is it? It's being weird. Okay. And then I can go like this, so it like looks like I'm covered in a blanket. And then I got this winter one.
You?
Yeah. But I'm gonna move myself down into the corner now.
Okay.
And I'm gonna
Finally.
hide that. And I'm going to do my presentation about me. And I won't be able to see chat during the process because I'm gonna have it in slideshow mode.
That's why we're here. We can read the chat for you.
Yeah. So, I actually made this a few months back, and I realized, oh, I don't have my new picture, so I added that like 20 minutes before stream. So there's my old 3D model, my little chibi one that does not want to track my facial movement for some reason, and then the new 2D one. Okay, so different names. So the channel name and the name of my...
Lily, we can't see your model on stream.
Oh.
It is covered by the PowerPoint.
Oh.
Also, the way the way the clipping worked, the right edge of the PowerPoint was gone.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. Maybe I won't do it in slideshow mode then. uh, yeah.
Stuff.
Now, hopefully, I'll remember for next time I do a PowerPoint because I plan on doing other ones. I already made the Shining Resonance one a few months back too. But so it's pronounced Lucia. So if you guys,
Yeah.
it's actually so if you guys know the name Lucia, like Lucia, that's actually how I came up with it because that's how I pronounced it for years in my head, and I didn't know any better. And so when I finally found out, oh hey, it's pronounced Lucia, it's like, oh, I mean that's pretty too, but I'm super attached to my pronunciation, so I'll just make it its own name.
I hear where you're coming from, but no, it's Lucia.
Yeah.
I insist.
Okay, well, I have heard it pronounced like Lucia, and it's like, oh,
No, it's making a joke.
oh.
Yeah.
A
Self
young
was just
Lily
being
being
funny.
young Lily being like, oh no, I insist it's Lucia.
Okay. So obviously, my model is based on my OC, Lucia, and I will be going more into her lore, later in the stream. Uh, Obviously, you guys call me Lily. Uh, Lily Rain is my, pen name, and also just the username I use on a bunch of other places too. But, so not just you guys, but anybody you can call me Lily or Lucia. I'm good with either. I do kind of think of Lucia as being more of my OC and Lily as being myself, but I'm fine with either. Uh and then some of my friends IRL call me Hammy. uh which is that there's actually a story behind that. That was when I was still working at my first job. Uh it does kind of have to do with my real name, but basically one of my coworkers decided to abbreviate my name and was like, "Hey Han, can you?" And I don't remember what it was. He was like, "Can you get me this thing or whatever?" And then one of the other coworkers was like, "Did you just say Han or did you say ham?" And she's like, "I said Han, but it kind of sounded like ham." And then it kind of like uh not not elaborate. That's not the right word. Expanded into like a bunch of different things. So there was like Hammy, obviously, but then there was also like Hamster and Pamela and Hamlet and just a bunch of different things with ham. One girl would call me Hamela Anderson.
God.
So the Hammy was just the one that stuck, but my best friend, I don't know if she actually ever changed it, but for a while her picture for me in her phone was a hamster dressed as Hamlet next to a ham.
So much ham.
Yeah.
I have a question. Do you even like ham?
Yes.
Okay.
Okay, that would be miserable if you were like, no, I'm not a ham person. But all this ham, all this ham content is surrounding you.
Yeah. I actually like ham better than turkey, which so not because of me, but like my family always had ham instead of turkey for like Thanksgiving and Christmas. So that was because of my dad. He had cancer when I was like a baby, and because of the radiation from the chemo and stuff, he barely has any saliva, and turkey's just too dry for him.
Oh.
So we always had ham instead, but I'm okay with it because I like ham better anyways.
I'm not really attached to either ham or turkey.
Yeah,
They're both okay.
yeah. That's
Though I do agree. If not cooked right, turkey is like really dry.
yeah.
And most places or people cook it not great.
Birds in
Yeah.
general have that problem because chicken can also run into the same issue if you're not
White
careful.
meat,
Yeah.
typically.
Chicken.
Yeah.
Chicken is usually not as bad. When you get the dark meat, it tends to be less dry.
Mm.
Yeah, I don't like the dark meat very much. I only
Mm,
eat the like chicken breasts.
that's
But
fair.
yeah, no,
Same.
chicken is very easy to mess up, but if you cook it enough times, you tend to get like a good feel on it. Usually use it as dry, so
As long as it's not pink on the inside, it turns white.
yeah,
You know.
yeah. Though I would rather have dry chicken than risk
Raw
the
chicken.
chance.
Yeah.
You don't
I'd
want to get
rather
salmonella?
no, I'm good.
Aww.
I would rather have overcooked chicken.
Yeah. So
But
like
if I'm like
Don't let myth,
cooking it in
don't let myth cook for you.
oh,
I wasn't planning on it.
oh god. I
Like,
don't like cooking, nor do I like cooking for other people, but if it's a myth, I'll just be like, no, out of my kitchen, you were banned from the kitchen.
You are making dinner. Get out.
Oh my god. I don't even think I can trust him washing dishes.
You can't.
No, he got water everywhere, apparently, every time.
Oh no.
Oh dear.
Yeah, he said that his entire floor was just covered in water every time he did dishes in his
Oh,
apartment.
what?
my god.
How?
I had times where I've gotten like water everywhere, but I was obviously being careless that day and not paying attention.
I washed a singular soup spoon and it was all over.
I think I've spilled more water on myself while washing dishes than anyone
Yeah,
else.
I think that I'm the same way. So it's been a while because we mostly use like disposable containers since we still live in the shop. We
Fair enough.
we do have a couple of glass bowls and plates, but we only use them
Honestly.
like if we need to do something in, like the microwave. That's
Honestly, I'm getting so sick of dishes that I'm so tempted to buy myself like disposable ones, but I know it's gonna cost me more in the long run.
yeah.
Dude, your plates are so expensive. Like it's not even
Yeah.
how expensive they are.
Oh.
But like I said earlier, I'm 28 now. I remembered like a week or two ago that I had to change that. It still said 27.
You at least on my end when all robotic-y for like a hot
Even
second.
digital.
Oh,
Yeah.
so arigato, Mr. Roboto. And then
I wasn't sure if it was my end or what.
today is January 3rd, which is my birthday. I am only 4'11" and 3/4.
I'm taller by Lily by like
Ari's
one
taller than someone.
by
Yeah.
like 1 inch. Not even.
There's only 2 people in my family shorter than me, and it's barely by anything.
Are they kids by chance?
No. Oh, okay. I'm not talking about kids.
Okay.
I do have nieces and nephews younger than me, but I'm talking about as far as people who are like done growing. uh, um, uh, go ahead, Michi.
Sorry, I was just gonna say you put Lily, Ari, and I in a row, and we can become like a cell bar.
Okay, funnily enough, 2 of my friends in high school and I we would joke that we were like the singular like bars because one of my friends was really tall, the other one was like she was kind of short, but she was taller than me, and then there was me, so it's like and we were like all in choir together. We were all 3 of us were altos and Hi Frost. I just realized I can bring the pop-up chat up higher so I can see more. I'm not in slideshow. I can actually look at chat.
That Aria is the first time that I had a best friend that's not taller than me.
Huh.
It's I don't think the only friend that I know that is shorter than me is Kissy. I think all my friends that I've known have been either taller than me or roughly around the same height.
Yeah.
Michi was shorter.
No, I'm
I
taller
like-
than her, I think.
Oh.
I'm like 5
I-
feet.
Yeah, I'm closer to 5'1".
Oh, do I not have? Oh, I don't think I have that set up on I think I just only have that set up on the Christmas stuff. Yeah, I forgot to add that. Thing is, wait, no, I think it's browser source. Yeah. Okay, you can try again, Frost. I think it should work now.
I was gonna be like, is there a birthday cake Pokemon? But I think the one that Frost was
That's pretty.
using
Yeah, Alchemy is pretty
the
close.
closest enough. I think that's like the close enough one. Cause it's like
Why
ice
isn't
cream,
it?
right?
Kind of. I don't know why it's not working. Did it break again? I had fixed it. Nope, the test command didn't work either. Okay, it's broken again. Dang.
Well, Gigamax El Creamy is like a 4-tier cake, so it's a 4-tier cake with El Creamy on top.
Oh my god.
Yeah, I'll send it in the birthday group chat. Close
Oh,
enough to a
wow.
cake.
Yeah?
Oh wow, I hadn't seen the Gigamax form yet. That is definitely a cake.
Yep.
Look at all that cake.
I just had to look it up because I was just like, what does it look like again? Is it the one I'm thinking of? And then I just see this, and I'm like, well, yeah, that is definitely just a 4-tier cake.
Was it just a fever dream that I remember the 4-tier cake Al Creamy? No? Yes. Oh no, it is. It's there. It's not a fever dream. It's
But
reality.
I just think it's really funny because it's 4-tier cake and Al Creamy's just standing on top of it. It's not even like a part of the cake.
Yeah.
It's just standing on it.
Why is Al Creamy standing on top of the 4-tier cake? She likes to feel tall.
Me. Okay, I don't wear them anymore, but I had platform shoes at one point. I wanted to feel taller, but I had to walk so slow in them.
I scared people because I have like a stiletto heels and they were shocked that I could run in them.
Oh yeah, no, I could not do that.
I can't do that now.
Oh, you
Yeah.
can't do it now.
I can't do it now. This is when I was still like actively dancing. I have
Yeah.
not really worn heels since my feet surgery, so
Wanna
my feet
know?
don't really bend that way anymore.
Wanna know what I used to be able to do that I can't anymore? I used to
What?
be able to scratch my head with my foot like a dog, and I didn't even have to use my hands to help get it up there.
Yeah, I used to be a lot more flexible that I could like put like my feet behind my head.
Yeah, I used to be able to like wrap my knee behind my head.
Oh dang.
I was never, despite the years of ballet, I was never super flexible, but I was flexible
Mhm.
enough to do that.
Yeah.
Flexibility was never my strong point. It was like the strength from with my jumps was like my strong point.
Mm.
I was also big into jumping.
Oh yeah.
Ari and I handshake emoji, not only dance, but jumping, yes.
Yes. It's
Grundle
I just think
yes.
oh, those are so fun. I have to say that as much as I love spins, I was also never really good at them. But I had like for some reason my body has a hard time understanding how to do spotting. So the amount of times I've just spun without spotting, and people are like, "How are you not dizzy?" I'm like, not."
People get confused. 'Cause, okay, I just will randomly squat in places, and people are like, "Do you want a chair?" It's like, "No, I'm good."
Yeah, a lot of a lot of Asians do what's called the Asian squad because they have like a very specific way of doing that, and it's actually apparently really comfortable for long periods of time if you're waiting for like a bus or something.
Maybe I've been doing it without realizing it because I didn't know that was a thing.
Essentially. Yeah, no, it's a thing.
But
Most
yeah.
see it like in Asian populations more
Yeah.
than like in Western places, so
That's fair.
even if she has a mother, I'll adopt her anyways.
Yeah, that was about Kushida. That was when I went on a rant during my tier list.
Oh,
I love her so much.
She's good.
He, but the only two people in my family shorter than me is my grandma that's still alive. She's like, and then my oldest sibling. They're both like it's not even like an inch. It's like they're barely shorter than me. You didn't miss much, Frost. I did show off my different toggles. But we hadn't been going for super long. We were mainly yapping.
that's what you get with having me around.
Yeah,
Sorry.
no, don't apologize. I enjoy it. If I didn't like it, I wouldn't have invited you.
Fair enough.
Pronouns, she, her. I don't have a job, so officially I'm unemployed. But I will be basically a housewife once we move, and there's actual stuff with a house for me to do. And then like I'll still be streaming, but that hasn't made me any money so far, so that doesn't really count as a job. And then I'll also be working on my writing in my free time. Which I will get to my writing stuff farther in the PowerPoint. So family is, as far as like my current family, is my husband and our dog Cleo. And Cleo is a cute little chihuahua. Her fur coloring is called blonde. When I got her, she was only 6 months old, and she already had 9 different owners. So she has separation anxiety, which is why the only place we will have her stay if we go on like vacation or like right now, because she can't be with us, the only place I feel comfortable is her being at my parents' house, because my older sister that lives there, Cleo really loves her too, so it's like, okay, at least there she feels, safe. She's not anxious. Obviously she still misses us, but she's okay while she's there.
What kind of doggo? I don't know if you ever told us.
Yeah, she's a chihuahua. She's a standard size, not a teacup. So well, I mean, I guess they're a pretty big person, so I guess she could fit in a big purse, but she wouldn't fit in like a small purse.
She's a tote bag kind of girl.
Yeah. And then biological family, my mom and dad, and then I have 5 older siblings and 1 younger sibling.
Fun.
Yeah, I'm number 6 out of 7 kids. I've never had my own bedroom, and now I never will. Not that I'm eyeing sharing with my husband. Hobbies aside from VTubing, I enjoy writing. I do both fanfics and original stories. Gaming, reading. I did that. Wow, I have way more than that. Why is that all I put for that? I also love singing, though I'm not particularly great at it. I used to be better at it, but that was when I was in choir for years and getting practice on a regular basis. I love music and theater, and I actually have been in 2 plays when I was in high school. We did the Harry Potter play. I was a student and a Death Eater. And my only lines when I was a Death Eater, they were, "He's not coming, my lord," and "Doesn't it please you, my lord?" That was it. Those were my only lines. Everything else was like basically moving around and singing. And then I was also in a play called Check Please. And I was one of the two girls who played a guy character that year. And I played a guy, a pirate, well, a guy who thought he was a pirate named Alex. The whole play is basically a series of bad dates. So yeah. And then I did 24-hour theaters a couple times, which that was really fun. And then like when I was in choir in 7th grade, I was in like a musical, but I didn't have any lines in that. I would like to get into theater again at some point, but it's probably not going to be anytime soon. Besides Myth, you don't think you know many without siblings? Oh, Pierce, have you seen Check Please? Or is that just a joke? Oh, okay. I other than like the people who like went to my school and like saw the play or were in it with me, I don't know anybody else who actually like knows that play. So I was like, oh wait, did somebody else actually know it? But yeah. I also really like making people happy. If I ever become rich, I definitely want to use a lot of my money to help other people. Uh, for one, I'd definitely buy a new house for some of my family members. Like, more than one house for different people in my family. So, like, a house for, like, my parents and my 2 siblings that live with them, because my older sister that lives with them doesn't want to ever basically leave our mom. And then my younger sibling plans on taking care of our parents in their old age. And then I have a lot of siblings, so like buying houses for them and their families. But I also kind of really want to start a charity if I could ever reasonably afford that for homeless teens. I also would think it'd be fun to open a book cafe. But I used to have a bad habit when early on in getting my first job, because the only expenses I had was my little cheap flip phone, like the $20 cell phone bill once a month, and that was it. I didn't get my license until I was 19, unlike most people in the U.S. Uh, so I had like.
Makes you feel any better? I haven't even attempted to get my license.
That's fair. You know, I took driver's ed, and after the first driving session, I wanted to quit, but my parents wouldn't let me.
Whether it's in Final Fantasy or real life, Arya just wants someone else drive her around.
I I just have no interest in it.
Yeah.
And it's just the money sink.
Yeah.
I've let my husband do pretty much all the driving since we got married, because I don't like driving. I just know it's an important skill to have. That's the only reason why I learned.
Also, I live in a city. Driving here sucks ass.
You didn't get yours until 22 or 23, Pierce? Actually, I out of all my siblings, I got mine at like the youngest age. All my other siblings got theirs when they were in their 20s. So I don't know. Is this like a neurodivergent thing?
I don't know. I
think
just
it's more of an upbringing thing, because I got
Okay.
my license at 16, so
I think
Okay.
it's absolutely wild we're getting kids to learn how to drive. I think that's
Yeah.
stupid and kind of dangerous.
Yeah.
But
depends on the kid.
It does. Yeah.
Well, out of 3 brothers, I'm the only person that scored above a 90% on his driving exam. So
Oh wow.
Jeez. Please.
I don't remember what I got. It's been too long at this point.
Also,
my next youngest sibling and my next youngest sibling, we all got our licenses at 16.
Yeah.
also, I'm like short AF. I
Yeah.
don't know. I don't know if driving is something I could possibly really do because I
You
can't
got
really
it.
see.
My
Gets
sister's
pretty
not as tall as you, and she does. She drives.
Oh yeah.
You just gotta find the right kind of car. There are definitely vehicles. It's like, yeah, I can't do this. I can't reach the pedals. There are other ones like, okay, good. Because like my first car, there was actually like a lever thing, and you could actually move the pedals
Oh.
like closer or farther away.
Also, I was told because I have autism, there's a good chance that they'll just decline me for learning how to drive.
Well, that's
Which is
stupid.
nice. It is. It's great. Lovely.
Go kart.
Go kart. Okay.
Neurodivergence makes me better at driving, though,
Oh.
because
Yeah.
it's a very analytical thing for me.
Yeah, that's fair.
I get distracted easily, so it's probably not safe for me to drive.
Uh,
Though I was great at
yeah.
go karting at summer camp. Oh, I was great at it.
I've never actually done that.
It's
Go
very
karting?
narrow
Yeah.
sections.
I've done bumper cars, but no go karting.
I'm not good at bumper cars, but for some reason I was actually pretty damn good at the go karts.
One of my older sisters, she's the one who has like the most disabilities. When she was like trying to get on disability, the judge overseeing her case literally said that he highly recommended she never drive due to her like getting distracted so easily.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, you can't really help it if it's
Oh, I just realized I never even finished what I was saying about the bad.
sorry.
No, you're fine. I just realized I never even said what my bad habit was. When I first started, yeah. I used to just like randomly buy presents for my friends without like any kind of special occasion. I'd just be like, "Oh, hey, this person would like this. It's only cost this much. I'm gonna get it for them." And then once I started getting more expenses, it's like, okay, I have to stop this. I can't afford to keep doing this, even if I want to keep doing this.
Yeah.
Oh. Pierce.
Pierce's being such a goofball.
Yeah.
According to the judgment of the Oratrice Mécanique d'Annelise Cardinal.
Da 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 da. I can't help but
I
not
think
think.
I think Aria also had the same thing where she had to hear the music every time.
Yeah.
I just hear it every time someone says it. I'm just like, oh no, I hate this.
To be fair,
After says it's so rhythmic though.
Yeah.
to be fair, I think the music only pops into my head if I've heard that version recently. And, you know, I was watching Michi and you guys last night, so it's in my head recently.
Fair enough.
Yeah. Okay. So, gaming! I've been playing video games for as long as I can remember, which I feel is pretty normal for our generation. Oh, I love Once Upon a December. That's such a good song. But
I've been meaning to listen to that recently.
yeah.
Ever since Frost brought up the movie.
But December's over.
Yeah.
But even though
Once upon a December.
Ah, shit, you're right.
even though I've been playing like okay, well, hold on. Before I get to that, so I was actually technically playing before I could read, but by that I mean I would sit in my older brother's lap, and holding the controller, and I would do like a little bit, but it was mostly him. And he would like have to read everything to me because I couldn't read, but even though I've been playing for such a long time, I wouldn't really call myself a pro gamer. I feel like I'm pretty average. Maybe slightly above average, but probably just average. I play like a lot of genres, but I tend to gravitate towards RPGs and JRPGs. Uh, I also play visual novels, special otomes, puzzle games, point and click, and like just other stuff too. Just my interests in general for like a lot of things just tend to be very broad. So I'm the same way with music. I tend to like a lot of stuff. I like country, pop, rock, oldies, Celtic, religious music, just a bunch of stuff. Like I go based on individual song and not necessarily genre. Uh, some of my favorite series are Kingdom Hearts, Rune Factory, and Pokemon, and I will probably play those at some point on stream. I just don't know when.
Fair enough.
Yeah. Some of my other favorite games are Chrono Trigger and Chrono Cross, which I am probably actually going to start streaming Chrono Trigger later this month. Knights of Azure and Knights of Azure 2 Bride of the New Moon, which I have been doing Knights of Azure on Tuesdays. Shining Resonance Refrain, Cinderella Phenomenon, Skyrim. I haven't played any of the other Elder Scroll games, though. So I do plan on playing 6 once it, eventually comes out, whatever that is, like, 10 or 20 years from now.
I think it's more likely they will completely remake Skyrim before they come out with 6.
Yeah.
At this point, if you want a new game,
I thought 6 was announced at some point.
They
Probably.
did
I feel
announce
like
it, but they haven't they don't have like an official like trailer with like gameplay.
I forgot it got announced actually.
They announced it like
say...
way early. Like there's no
okay.
date or anything. Like they announced it like I want to say no.
Oh god. Okay.
They kind of did it a lot earlier than people thought they should. What were you trying to say, Michi? Or
I didn't say anything.
oh, okay. Your icon keeps lighting up, and it makes me think that you're talking, but that I keep missing what you're saying.
My mic
Discord does
is just
that.
so forked up right now.
Okay.
I don't know what's going on? I haven't said anything. I think it's picking up from my headphones, which I'm like, why?
Oh, okay.
Yeah, Discord would just randomly like detect sounds despite it not actually happening.
Okay.
It's weird.
Fair enough.
I feel like at this point, if you want a new Elder Scrolls game, you're more likely to play the MMO than play 6.
I also
Kidding, it has an MMO.
Yeah. I also love Genshin Impact and Honkai Star Rail. I was gonna play Zenless Zone Zero, but I still haven't done that yet. Chris Tales, it's a standalone game, though I do have hope that they might figure out a way to make a sequel. With how it ended with the true ending, it's like, it might be hard to make a sequel, but I feel like it is possible.
I don't remember what it is, but I think that dev studio is working on something else right now.
Which dev studio?
The people behind Chris Tales. I don't think it's related to Chris Tales, but.
And then Harvestella. When I finished the game, I went to Facebook and I made a post and I was like, Harvestella is a freaking masterpiece. And one of my cousins commented like, I don't know about that, cuz, but it's pretty good. It's like, but it is. I just really love it. But for me, I tend to the most important things for most games for me is storyline and characters. And so those two aspects for Harvestella, I feel, are like masterpiece level.
Ari is in it.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. I was like, huh?
Her hair.
And I'm like, oh wait, no, like the main one of the main characters is literally named Arya.
Yeah.
That's like the only thing I know.
Oh wait, what? Why did that remind me? When my husband and I were at, where were we at? We were at a store. I don't remember which store it was, but I was looking at something, and all of a sudden, down farther in the aisle, I hear a mom being like, "Aria," and she's just like scolding her little daughter. It's like, her name is Aria. So some series I want to get into that I haven't. Final Fantasy. Oh, someone said some. Oh, your first thought was amusement park. Wait, because
Ross was asking what features 6 would have, and my brain was just like an amusement park, but I think my brain was associated 6 with Six Flags.
yeah. I was wondering if that's what.
It's like weird because I haven't like thought of Six Flags in like fucking years.
The only reason I've been to any amusement parks is because of choir.
Fair enough.
And except for my senior year when I had my own part-time job, I didn't actually have to pay. Because my family was like low income, and so there was like funds for that.
I remember when I think I was graduated high school when I did this, but there was a youth group that I would hang out with, and my friends were a part of it too. And they did like this like trip down to Disney World, and we went to a handful of amusement parks along the way. It was a lot of fun. It was a whole road trip.
Yeah, I'd love to go to one of the Disney parks one day.
I'd love to go again, but it's
my husband grew up in California, so he's been multiple times. I've been to Six Flags twice because of choir, and I've been to Worlds of Fun twice because of choir.
Roxbury's Farm was a cool one.
Worlds of Fun is definitely one that people who aren't from the Midwest would know where is.
Yeah, fair enough.
I think it's got like one location.
Does it really only have? I feel like there's a few, but I guess I could be wrong. Yeah, I'm not positive. I've been wrong before. It wouldn't be the first time. I want to get into the Tales series. I have a few, and I've played Tales of Symphonia a little bit, but that was when I was still at my parents' house, and I didn't have any of my games set up to where they would save to the save files to Steam and not the computer, so I have to start over on any game I was playing while I was there.
I just remembered that I don't know if it was a Tales series, but I know there was some series that was like extremely cheap on sale during the winter sale. But I think I'm thinking of a different series. But also, I've heard really good things about the Tales series, and I want to try them.
So have I.
No time though.
Legend of Heroes. My younger sibling actually has a couple of them. Ace Attorney. I almost bought the first trilogy during the sale, but I only had a certain amount of money to spend, and there was a lot of games in my wish list on sale, so I had to kind of pick and choose.
Oh, yeah, we'll go on sale again, don't worry.
The first trilogy will usually, like, I'm not sure if they'll add anything else to it, but I've seen the first trilogy with Chronicles bundled together for like $30. So
yeah. It was like $10 during the winter sale.
Ooh, boy. Ooh. Man, that just makes me want to cry.
Yeah.
Because the prices over there, I'm just like, oh my gosh, that's just...
I want to get into the Atelier series. They're actually by the same company that makes the Knights of Azure games.
Are they coming out with a new Atelier game?
I don't know.
I could be wrong.
I know there's
I
no.
feel like I saw an announcement about it.
You'd probably know better than I would.
I've never played it, so I don't quite know.
But you
Can't
pay.
even pronounce it.
Hmm?
Arya can't even pronounce it.
No, I can't.
You pay
I know
more
Sophie and I
attention
talked-
to like social media, like Twitter and stuff, than I do, though. That's why I feel like you would know better than I would.
Yeah. I can barely remember what I did like a week ago. What announcements I saw like months ago.
Fair enough.
I just remember vaguely seeing it during. I don't want to say it was like a Nintendo Direct, but it was something similar of the sort.
Actually, maybe there was. I can't remember, but that actually does sound kind of vaguely familiar now that you mentioned that.
Yeah.
I know they showed the upcoming Rune Factory game.
Yeah, I think it was on the same announcement as that.
Yeah, there were a lot of good games on that.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
There you
okay.
go. Thanks, so.
Blatant novel titles over here.
I could have Googled it, but I also didn't know what to really Google.
I just put in Atelier series upcoming games.
Oh,
Fair enough.
Yeah.
I want to get into the Zero Escape games, which I actually bought them during the winter sale.
Ah, yes.
So I have those now.
Let's go. Enjoy the dice game.
It's gonna have to wait because I already got I got Knights of Zero on Tuesdays. I got Xenoblade on Wednesdays with Lux. I got Skyrim on Sunday, and I'm planning on starting Chrono Trigger on Thursdays.
Fun.
So that's gonna wait for now.
I don't blame you. Not only did you pick like a lot of long series, it's Zero Escapes, not any shorter.
Yeah.
I think we had like 200 hours in
Ooh,
the
dang.
first Zero Escape, but that's like 2 games in one package, to be fair. It was a long time.
Yeah. Were you trying to say something so far with Discord just
I just said yeah.
okay. I just don't wanna miss anything somebody's saying and like talk over them or anything. I also wanna get into the Legend of Zelda games. I played a little bit of Twilight Princess when I was still living with my parents. We actually had 2 separate Wii's, and one of them was like my parents' Wii, and so it was in their bedroom. And so the Christmas we got it, I played it in there a little bit, but I couldn't normally play on their Wii, so I didn't get to continue playing it. And last year I actually talked to my mom. I was like, because I was the only one who ever played it while I was still living at home. And I talked to my mom. I was like, I had an idea. If you were wanting to get us a Christmas present, maybe you could give us that. Since my 2 sisters weren't playing it when I lived at home, and they have since started playing it since I moved out. So it's like, oh, dang.
I was just gonna ask, do you own a Switch?
Yeah. That-
Yeah, okay.
That's what I've been playing Xenoblade on.
Hmm?
Twilight Princess isn't on Switch.
Oh, they haven't. Okay.
It's on the Wii, but I have a Wii too, as well. It's just in storage right now.
They did remake it for Wii U, but it's not forward compatible.
Oh, okay.
So I actually have quite a few consoles. We have a. Oh, go ahead.
I was gonna say, if you did want to play a Legend of Zelda game, Breath of the Wild or Tears of the Kingdom are really good.
Yeah, I know.
Though it is quite different from other Zeldas. So
yeah, I know Breath of the Wild. One of the people who worked on it also worked on Infinity Nikki. So
yeah.
That alone gets my interest. But I've also I also watched Scarletify, and she was doing Echoes of Wisdom, and it looked interesting. I forgot what I was gonna say. Oh, now I remember. Okay. I actually have quite a few consoles. So I got a PS2 that I got pre-owned off eBay. I ordered it like a week before my husband and I ended up getting married because we didn't get married when we were originally planning because COVID hit. So we got married in March instead of May. And we decided we were gonna get married on Monday and got married that Friday. but but then somewhere in storage we have a PS3 that my husband already had. Yeah, I've been married for almost 5 years, but thank you. The wedding ended up being super small since we ended up doing it earlier and last minute, so it's just the two of us. His business partner who's officiated, like licensed officiate because he did his oldest son's wedding. So he officiated our wedding. My older sister and her husband that introduced us as witnesses, and then another one of our friends who took pictures, and that was it. But then we got a PS4 sometime after we got married, like less than a year, but still like several months in. And then last year is when we got not last year, the year before, we got a PS5 because a friend of my husband's was selling their old one for less than normal. RuneScape turns 24. Wait, what? I mean, I've never played that, but that seems. I didn't think it was that old of a game.
It originally released in 2001.
Oh.
It is 24 today.
Oh. It's older than my younger sibling. Because my younger sibling's 21.
I feel old. I didn't play RuneScape like the original, but I've been playing since RuneScape 2.
Apparently, it's also older than Frost by a year.
Oh. First, I'm 1 year older than Pokemon, and now I'm like.
Hi, Lux!
6 years older than RuneScape. Fucking hell.
I'm older than you are.
I know, I'm still really old.
You're not. It's okay. My husband's older than all of us. and he doesn't mind. So you're okay. You're good. And then I have a Switch, which was also pre-owned. The Joy-Con on the left Joy-Con does not work, so but I usually use it in the dock anyway, so it's fine. And I have some handheld ones that I don't use anymore because I got problems with my hands, and not because I don't want to play them.
I read that at first as like, I know there's no punctuation in it, but I read it as like, yes, you are welcome.
I have an old
Aria? Sassy? No.
I have an old Game Boy Advance. The left and right, like on the top, don't work properly. They stick a lot, and the light is constantly orange unless it's plugged in. But I've had that since I was like 12. And then I got a DSi XL, and then 3DS. But I don't play any of the handheld ones because they're just too hard on my hands with the problems I got. I'd love to play a lot of my old games again, like the Pokemon Mystery Dungeon, the DS version of Chrono Trigger, since it has other stuff that isn't in any of the other versions. Radiant Historia. I wish they would some of the DS games that I have. I wish they would make like remake it for like Switch or something, just so I could play it again without having problems with my hands. Because the Pro controller is a lot easier on my hands than actual like handheld games. Next slide. Hylax. Reading. So I think I actually did kind of like reading, but I didn't really discover my love for reading until I was 5th grade, thanks to the Warrior Cat books.
Is going PowerPointy. I don't know if it's my end or not.
And not in the sense that you're sharing a PowerPoint.
No.
Oh.
Yeah.
There's a lot of printing out.
Seemed to fix itself.
Okay. Well, at least the Wi-Fi didn't drop off completely, because that has happened in the past.
Fun.
Yeah, it's actually been a while. The last few times it's happened, it was shortly after I ended stream, so it's like, oh wow, that was good timing. But yeah, the Warrior Cat books is what made me fall in love with reading. And I got into them when I was in 5th grade. And I actually used to be bad at reading. I actually had to go to like special classes during school to help me with my reading, because I was like when my family moved to the state we like currently live in, I was in 2nd grade, but I was reading at a kindergarten level.
Oh damn.
And like there was like at least once or twice where I didn't reach my like AR goal, and just like I was bad at reading until I discovered a love for reading, and I just began like devouring books, and my like reading skills went up like so much. Like in 7th grade, I was already reading at a college level. So and the school, the town I lived in, the schools were weird. Junior high was 8th and 9th grade. But in junior high, both grades, they had a award at the end of the year for the most amount of AR points. Both years that I was there, I got the award for my grade, and both years I talked to the person who got it for the other grade, and I got more than them too.
This is a stupid question, but what's AR grade?
Oh, that's
Say I'm like.
Oh.
I was gonna say I didn't realize reading leveled your adventure rank.
Oh.
Yeah, I was like,
oh.
I thought it was just like an American thing.
I thought it was an American thing too, so I was surprised Michi was also confused. It stands. Oh, okay. Sorry, I forgot. It stands for accelerated reading. Basically, different books have different like reading difficulty levels, and then they're also worth different amounts of points. So when you finish a book, you're supposed to take a quiz on it. And at least for the lower grades, in high school, you usually don't have classes where that's important anymore, though you might if you're like behind on your English credits. So you'll usually have like a set number of points you're supposed to reach for like each semester, and it's usually
That's awful.
Yeah, that's why like a lot of kids that I went to school with, they're like they didn't like reading, but that's because it felt like it was being forced. And I think that's a big part of why I didn't realize I loved reading at first, because, you know, like, I liked it well enough, but I didn't, like, love it, and the fact that it was being kind of forced kind of probably took away a little bit of the enjoyment. Especially since in elementary school, we weren't just required to read books in general, we had to also read and test on a set number of nonfiction books. I always specifically chose ones related to animals. So like my school had a bunch of like individual different books on like different breeds of dogs. But you had to like I think it was like 2 nonfiction books a semester. It might have been like actually it was probably a quarter because in elementary school they split it up into quarters. You just remembered you did that too? You remember it being optional? I know in like in high school it was more like optional, but like even though you didn't I didn't have to read for like class for most of my classes, I still read like a ton. Because I love reading so much. I read these days. I read mostly webcomics instead of novels. But that's because I can read so many more at the same time, and I can do it for free.
Lily reading webtoons? I would have never guessed.
No. You could never guess with all the screenshots and stuff I shared in the anime and manga tab. No, what? That was Frost.
Yeah, that was definitely Frost.
But yeah, I actually got reading webcomics, specifically starting on webtoons because of my younger sibling talking about Cursed Princess Club, which is what this image is from. It actually finally finished up just last year, and I loved it so much. It's such a good webcomic, and it's got a lot of like good like life lessons in it for people too. Especially about like loving yourself and not letting people's opinions of like your outward appearance like affect you. And there's like so many more webcomics I could suggest, but that's its own separate list and it is long, so I am not going to include them. But if anybody ever wants recommendations, you can always ask me. Because I read a wide variety too, so if you got a specific kind you're looking for, if you're looking for romance, isekai, fantasy, historical, just ask. I even got some idle ones that I would recommend to Aria if she was willing to read them.
Time.
Yeah, I know. No, I know. It's
I remember.
Arya could string them to me and have me read them to her.
Yeah. I just remembered that the other day I was like going through like a box of stuff that I have, and it mostly had like a bunch of like old books of mine that I had when I was a kid, and I found a Warriors book that I did not realize I even had, but it was not like a written novel; it was comic version.
Oh yeah, they got graphic novels of some of them.
Yeah.
Yeah. Those
I never read it though.
Yeah. They're not as good as like the novels, but they're still pretty good. But you're also would be confused about what's going on in a lot of them if you hadn't read the novels. So there's that. Especially if it's the ones with Gray Stripe, because he's an important character in the second arc of the series. Because the Warriors have a lot of arcs. I don't know how many there are anymore because I am behind. There's at least 5, and each arc has 6 books. Plus then there are the super editions, which are basically like special standalone books focusing around different characters. And then there's obviously the graphic novels. And then the authors have other series too. Which Aaron Hunter is actually a group of writers under one pen name. And so they also got a series called The Seekers, which is about bears, and they also got a series called Survivors, which is about dogs. I haven't read any of Survivors, but I did read the first arc for Seekers a while back. Yeah. Okay. Writing! So, this is my book that I published back in 2019. Actually only like 6 months before my husband and I met. And I actually mentioned it like on the night we met, and that was actually one of the things that made him like interested in me. Not the only thing, but like one of the things. I mostly write fantasy, but sometimes I'll do science fiction as well. And it tends to mainly be YA. This is the only book I've published so far, and I really need to get right back to writing now that I have a computer again. Lily Rain is my pen name. I have 6 works in progress, and several more that I haven't like started the actual writing, but like I have notes, or some of them I just have the ideas in my head and I haven't even made notes for.
What a mood.
Yeah. I
uh,
still have a whole AU I need to finish writing out.
yeah. Most of my stories are actually inspired by dreams I have. I tend to remember a lot of my dreams, which I'm guessing is because I have a tendency to lucid dream. So I can actually like control and change things within the dream while I'm dreaming. I also write fanfic, so I got the first one I wrote was my Pokemon one. And none of my fanfics are finished, by the way. They're all incomplete, even though I've had them for years, most of them. But I actually got started writing because a coworker convinced me that people would like my Pokemon one, because for years I've had this thing where I basically write fanfic in my head, and I was telling her about my Pokemon one, and I didn't think people would like it because I thought people would think it was too weird. And she's like, "No, I think people would like it," and she convinced me to start writing, and that's how I got started writing with Pokemon fanfic. And my younger siblings,
Start somewhere.
yeah, my younger sibling says it counts as a crack fic, and that's one. Go ahead.
Oh no, I was just saw what Pierce said, and I was just like thinking like last night, I'm like, I slept so good last night that I don't even know when I fell asleep. All I remember is waking up.
I had a totally spies dream last night. It yeah. It involved people, like, so the villain was tricking people into going down, you know, like those like tube slides like at like parks and stuff. Like, yeah.
Tubular.
Yeah. So basically they were tricking people into like thinking they were going down like a long version of those, but what was really happening was it was part of a device that shrank them, and then they slid down all the way into drinks that the villain would then sell to other people to drink.
Huh.
Yeah, it was a weird dream. But most of my dreams are weird. I also got fanfics for Jackie Chan Adventures, Pair of Kings, and Miraculous. Those are my longest ones. I have like a few others. Like I got one for Warrior Cats. I got My Little Pony one. I can't remember if I have any other ones. If you don't know if you dreamt, but you woke up at 3 again, which you don't mind. You get more time in the morning. Peace to yourself. Yeah.
Oh my! I used to write K-pop fanfics. What a dark time in my life.
Oh, you mentioned recently that you have like a list of recommendations for people who want to get into K-pop. Could you send me that?
It's not really recommendation.
Oh, okay.
It's K-pop music videos that I like to send to people because who don't know K-pop because I think they're funny and absurd.
Oh, okay. I thought it was like a list of recommendations for beginners.
No, it's just me being a dork. I can recommend you some groups though.
Okay.
I just like being a little shithead.
Oh, I already mentioned some of this stuff.
Yeah.
I post my fanfics and my other stories on Quotev. I at first I used Wattpad, but that was because that was the only site I knew at first, cause I was just getting started. And then I didn't even stop using it because of the same reasons as other people and like getting stuff stolen and stuff like that. I stopped using it because for a long time I had this annoying problem where anytime I would try to upload a new chapter, I would save it multiple times, it would look fine, I'd publish it, I'd go to the story, and the chapter would be blank. And I'd have to redo it. So I started always copying it before I tried publishing it the first time because it always happened and it just got so annoying. It's like, after I was on Quota for a while, I was like, you know what, I'm just gonna stop using Wattpad.
Fair enough.
Username is Lily Rain. I also write song lyrics, not as often as I used to. I started writing song lyrics when I was 12, at camp. We call it girls' camp, but it was for church, for the girls 12 to 17 years old. Obviously, there was like adults, like chaperones and stuff too, but so like a lot. I don't know if a lot of kids do this. I feel like a lot of kids do this where they like will just like make up songs like randomly. I was another one of those kids, but there was one song that I still remembered part of what I made up, and some of the other girls convinced me to write it down because it was the first year there, and we all got these like notebooks for camp, and so they convinced me to write it, and I started writing a bunch of other songs too, and we even hung out late one night just like reading my songs. But yeah, keep in mind for later when we are reading my song lyrics that I wrote a lot of these when I was still a kid, so they're gonna be cringy. There is definitely spelling errors and words missing and just oh, I should have included a picture of that. I created an alien alphabet for one of my stories. I actually have a picture of my notebook somewhere. Hang on, I think I actually have that on my computer now that I think of it. That is the wrong folder. Oh. I can just insert it into the PowerPoint, actually. Maybe that's why I didn't put it on the PowerPoint. If I make it too small, it's gonna be hard to read. But if I don't make it big, it's gonna be hard to... Yeah. Okay. Well, at least you guys could kind of see it.
Yeah, I can kind of see it.
Yeah. Yeah. And funnily enough, that's the story where the main character's nickname is Lux.
Oh.
But I started that before I met any of you guys. But in this case, she is a girl, and it's short for Luxamira. And then the antagonist nickname is Mist, and it's short for Mr. L. And they're actually sisters. Frost is typing more stuff. You have 2 different character collections, one in typical magical world with modern world tech, and the other is the Pantheon you talk. Yeah! If, not connected, don't plan any deities in the other one, just maybe like old small village deities. The deity Pantheon one might just be a slice of life-ish? Okay. At least that's how it is in my head, at least, because it's mainly just the deities interacting. Okay. The one with Lux is actually technically, sci-fi, but it's kind of like a mix between sci-fi and fantasy. And the only thing that really makes it sci-fi is the fact that the main character and the antagonist are aliens. But they are very human-looking aliens. The only physical traits that differentiate them between humans, at least on the outside, is their ears, which they're almost like elf ears, but instead of ending in a point, they kind of like veer off in a fork, like a V shape, as if someone like cut like a slit in an elf ear, and then the fact that they got wings. Yeah. Oh, the next slide was the. Yeah.
Oh.
I did include it. I just forgot. Silly me. But so I also created some individual words too, as well as the different letters, and I kept the alphabet pretty simple and just did like a letter for letter as far as like the English alphabet goes. So Luxamira is a knight, and so she is in the Order of Eternal Light, and so it would be Here Mondir Ev Eternus Solir, be the name of order in their language. I forget what I call the language. I have to keep notes because I have so many different stories. It's hard to keep track of everything. Yes, aliens and fantasy, yet isekais where races monsters come to a world that never had them to begin with are not sci-fi. I just realized that the text in the chat box is yellow and not the dark blue I thought I made it. Or was that just Frost's name for some reason? I don't remember already. I already forgot. I just saw it. Okay. Lucia's lore. It is long. So I obviously, since I'm a writer, I have a lot of OCs. And the reason I decided to do Lucia, okay, the text is yellow. Okay. Probably easier to read. You haven't been paying attention. Yeah. I thought I had it set to be dark blue, but I guess maybe I accidentally changed it when I was changing other stuff and I just forgot to turn it back. But the reason I decided to go with Lucia is because she is so OP, I probably won't ever use her in any of my stories, but I still wanted to share her with other people. Yeah. She has many titles. Her, and by her I mean I made her favorite be my favorite is the Spirit of Life. But some others are World Maker, God of Creation, or God of Life. She doesn't really like being called a god, though. She feels like it doesn't really suit her. especially since she generally tries not to get directly involved in the affairs of the different worlds unless she really finds it necessary. She prefers her creations to learn how to problem solve and take care of things themselves so they can grow and become stronger. Yeah, it is kind of hard to read. I'll have to change that later. Uh, she has created countless worlds throughout numerous dimensions. And she kind of I tend to use her for like head fan fictions. She's kind of like I insert into like different various fandoms. The two I tend to put her in, no, not two. The three I tend to put her in the most is My Hero Academia, Merlin, and the Seven Deadly Sins. She created the first of all living things on every world. There are various different kinds of world, which is because of the fact that I put her in so many fandoms. So basically, any kind thing that I'm a fan of is a world of its own. She has so there are different kinds of magic depending on the world. So, well, various kinds of worlds, I should say. Some have no magic. Some have magic, but there are different magic systems. So, like, a world based on like Avatar, where there's bending, that's technically magic, but you know, bending, and then like worlds like Seven Deadly Sins would be a different kind, and just so different worlds have different magic systems or no magic at all. Some have humans as the dominant species, some have another species as the dominant one, some don't have humans at all. It just kind of varies. So she created gods and deities for various worlds to help her take care of those worlds, because even she can't be everywhere at once. Like, I mean, she can teleport anywhere instantly, but if something requires her to be there in person to handle, she obviously can't be somewhere else and be taking care of a different problem at the same time. She does sometimes have to punish gods if they stray from their duties and begin ruining the world. You took the Korean approach for title deities. Have one of your favorites you made is trailing adaptation. Main domains are life and evolution adaptation. So, like mine, it enjoys observing stuff evolve, adapt by themselves. Yeah! So she's existed since the beginning of time, before anything else, and she started creating life because she was lonely. And at first, she was trying to create another being like herself, and she's never actually been able to create a being like of this like equal to herself. The closest is like gods and deities, but she discovered she loved creating life in general, which is why she ended up creating so many worlds with so many different like creatures and plants and stuff. I already mentioned the fact that she tries not to get directly involved in the lives of her creations. She doesn't want them to solely rely on her, and she'll only get involved if she feels necessary. And despite the fact that she tries not to have favoritism, she always ends up having favorites on every world, despite her best efforts. Are you guys just being quiet, or is...
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Sorry.
Okay.
Yeah.
No. I was just making sure that there wasn't like a problem and you guys were actually still there.
I'm just listening. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. I just wanted to double check. Okay. When someone she favors dies, she will offer to let their spirit come live in her realm with her and everybody else who is like taken her up on that offer in the past, as well as anybody who was close to them when they die as well, so that, they wouldn't have to choose between going to her realm or going to whatever afterlife they would have gone to otherwise and not be with the people they care about. But they are allowed to reject her offer if they want. She doesn't try to force them or anything. So she can create living things, animals, plants, and obviously since she created the first of anything, she can create even more new species if she wanted to. And I kind of want to do an Infinity Nikki fan fiction because I love the Dawn Fox and Infinity Nikki so much, and it's so cute and adorable, and I love it. It's exactly the kind of magical creature I would create if I was creating one. One of the things she can create is this special kind of vine. It can't be destroyed by anyone except her, and even by destroy, I just mean she basically reverse ages them back to seeds. She doesn't actually destroy them. Killing and destroying goes against her whole existence. It's very against who she is. And the vines can neutralize powers, and that's any power. So if it was an Avatar world, it could neutralize bending. My Hero Academia, it could neutralize quirks. If it was a Greek world, like Hercules, it could neutralize the powers of any of the gods. Yeah. So she can shape already existing matter to create planets and natural landscapes such as rocks, mountains, and rivers. She has healing and purification. Sleep inducement, so basically she can put people to sleep. A binding that neutralizes power is just the most efficient solution. Yeah, especially since she does not like to get physical if she doesn't have to. She prefers to solve matters peacefully, even if that manner of peacefulness is containing them so that they can't hurt people anymore. She refuses to kill people for sure, but she also doesn't want to hurt them either. She can create barriers and shields. Size alteration, so she can change her size, but she can also change the size of others. She can shapeshift into any living creature, so not plants, but humans, animals, dragons, anything that's a living creature. Which also means she can hide her horns in her wings, which I don't have horns on this model. This was a customizable model I bought, and it didn't come with horns. Unlike my life, Deity isn't an observer because they don't like people getting hurt. They're an observer because they're interested in the outcomes. Okay. Yeah. Oh yeah. So the form she's in the most often is a human-like form, but with wings and horns. It's just what she feels the most comfortable in. It feels the most like her true self. But she can shapeshift into anything, and she can also just hide the horns and wings to blend in like a normal human. So more powers. She can talk to animals, so she can talk to any of the living creatures she made. So obviously that would include animals. Invulnerability. Because so I say she could shapeshift, but technically she doesn't have an actual true physical form. So it's basically she just looks like different creatures on the outside. She doesn't really have the internal organs that they would actually have. So even if you were to stab her through the gut with a spear, she wouldn't bleed because she doesn't have blood. Their powers also affect infectious diseases. Aside from viruses, they're connected to a different deity. Huh. AKA speeds up the healing and adaptation. Oh, okay. I get what you're saying. Her healing is actually kind of like that. If I'm understanding what you're saying, right, Frost? Because she can't. I can't remember if I ever actually decided this or if this was something I kind of went back and forth on over the years. I can't remember if I officially decided that she can't, like, just, like, cure cancer or if it's, like, she can cure anything. So I don't remember if I made it to where she can only basically enhance the body's ability to heal itself or if I made it so she can heal anything. Because I tend to change things a lot. Which is why I have to write things down. I don't remember what I meant by spirit form. I might have just meant with wings and horns. I don't remember what I meant because I wrote this months ago. Yeah, I don't remember. Maybe I'll remember later. She has telepathy, memory viewing, so she tries not to do this unless she feels like it's necessary, but she can, like, see anybody's memories if she chooses to. She can also share memories, though that does have to involve physical contact, so she has to basically act as a conduit between the people. So she has to, like, be touching the person whose memories she wants to share and then the person she wants to share them with. Memory sealing, so she can't, like, erase memories, but she can temporarily, like, seal them away. So basically forced amnesia. But like targeted memory, so they wouldn't forget like everything, just the specific memories she wants them to forget for the time being. Future sight, but despite how OP she is, I didn't want to make her too OP. Even though I wasn't planning on adding her to any stories. So she can't see like all the way into the entire future of everywhere. She can only see up to 10 years in the future for like all the worlds. And she can't see any future in which she's directly involved. So if she goes and she interferes with something on like in a world, she can't see how that's gonna turn out. Like she can't even see like how a simple conversation she has with someone while she's there is gonna like end up. Power Eraser, and no, not like Eraserhead in My Hero Academia. Because his is only temporary, and while he's, like, looking at them, she can just, like, take away powers. So that includes, that also means she can take away powers from, like, gods and deities. I wasn't really sure what to call them, so I just called them prison cubes. But, she can basically, when, like, she can trap someone and put them in these like little translucent little cubes. But yeah, she tends to do that with like really like super evil like people. I don't remember. Did I not include that? I did not include that. Okay, so I will elaborate more. So in her realm, she has two of the areas. One is basically a warehouse where she keeps the most notorious villains from different worlds that she has felt where she had to get directly involved in taking care of. Where they're just like in this not a shelf. It's I guess you could call it like cubicles. it's kind of like a giant shelf, but with like cubes, like numerous cube slots in it. And so when she captures a villain, she will just kind of like put them in there. And then she has another one that's smaller and it's similar, but that's specifically for like villains that she feels aren't truly evil, and she feels like they just need guidance in order to be reformed, and she will take her time to try and help and teach them and help them change for the better. Bad deities go in the naughty cubes. I mean, yes. So Disney version of Hercules. Hades is in one of those cubes. And she replaced because he's a god and his position just can't be empty. She actually replaced him with permission and with their like approval, with the son of Hades from a different world. So not basically a non-evil version of Hades, their son. Disney Hades is the one who is imprisoned. Okay, so she has a memory loss arc, and I know a lot of people. Oh, oops. I know a lot of people hate it, like when stories and games like have like an amnesia arc. They think it's like so cliche, but I've always loved it. I don't know why. I just have. It's honestly when I started playing the Rune Factor games, that just instantly made me like it even more, just because the main character has amnesia. But because I tend to put her in a lot of stories, she actually has 2 different versions for her amnesia arc. One is she loses her memory and is stuck in the world of Merlin, and the other one is for My Hero Academia. And the way she loses her memory varies depending on which one it is. So, for Merlin, basically hundreds of years before the events of the show, she tried to basically cleanse the world of like this like enormous amount of like dark corrupt power, and she was not in peak condition, and it was a bit too much for her, and she kinda went berserk and lost control. And so a bunch of different sorcerers, a few of which had powers almost equivalent to Merlin, had to basically work together and seal her in Camelot, which it was before Camelot was founded, but it did later on become Camelot. And even though there was a bunch of them and some of them were close to strength in Merlin, the only reason they were able to succeed is because despite the fact that she was going berserk, part of her was still trying to fight against it, and so there was a small part of her that was like basically forced herself to allow it to happen. But part of the seal, it made her like less powerful, but it also erased her memories, so she didn't remember like who she was and everything she could do and was capable of. And then in My Hero Academia, there's one detail I actually have never decided on, so it's a little vague. But basically, she decided to actually start getting more involved in that world. She actually created quirks. She didn't like decide on specific quirks for individual people, but she did slightly alter DNA in unborn babies so that they had the potential to develop quirks. And not her best moment, but it was because she wanted to be able to fit in better among the humans. so she could actually spend time with some of her creations. But she was getting more involved than in the past, and she made a big mistake since, like I mentioned, she can't foresee events where she's directly involved. She was taking away quirks from people who were using them for like really evil stuff. And here's the vague part: I haven't decided what the quirk the villain in question had, but she took away a quirk from one villain, and their body couldn't handle no longer having the quirk because the way their body was, and it actually killed them. And killing is just so against who she is, her entire existence. She was so distraught and in shock that and wished she hadn't done that, which she felt like she didn't deserve to be who she was, that she lost her memory. She kind of did it subconsciously, she kind of did it to herself with her powers without even realizing it. But basically she sealed away her memories because she felt like she didn't deserve to have her powers. Yeah.
When trauma hits you too hard,
Yeah.
block it out.
Yeah, I've probably blocked out a lot of memories from trauma. That came up when I was still in therapy. I can do some different animal impressions. So I can do a cat.
If you did that, it did not come through.
Oh,
Yeah.
the mic might not like it. It might think it's too high pitched. Maybe. Hold on.
Discord also fights ya.
That's fair. I'll try again.
Alas, no cat noises.
Ah, dang.
Yeah.
Dang. Frost can hear it, so I guess it's picking up on stream, just not Discord. I can also do purring.
That's definitely not. Okay, never mind. That just comes through.
So, but the purring's also deeper than the meowing, so I guess that makes sense.
For now.
I can do a monkey.
Discord does not like animal impressions.
Dang.
No.
I can do a pig.
It's not fully coming through on Discord, but it just sounds like drops of water.
Pig. Yeah.
Like drops of water.
Yeah.
Okay.
How else to describe it?
Maybe.
Distorts it a bit.
Okay. Maybe if you guys want to listen to, I guess you could watch the VOD later. I can do a lamb. I'm not sure if it sounds more like a lamb or like a baby goat, but I think it sounds more like a lamb. Me, 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 me. And then duck and frog, sometimes I can do them, sometimes I can't. So I will try duck first. And then frog. Not my best frog. But and then I used to call this my Stitch voice. Then I used to say, oh no, it doesn't sound enough like Stitch. It's one of Stitch's cousins. Not a specific one, just one of his cousins. And then I realized it kind of sounds more like Bibble from the Barbie Fairytopia movies. but I don't think a lot of people know who that is, so I just call it my gremlin voice. And it kind of sounds like this. It's just kind of, I don't know, it just sounds kind of weird. If I don't really know what else to say like this, can you guys hear me? Okay, just making sure. Because the other one noises weren't picking up very well. And I've thought about making that one a redeem once I make affiliate, but at the same time, it's like, my voice might get tired if people redeem that too much, so I might not.
Put a limit on it as well as a timer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I forgot. I was gonna actually, never mind. I don't have to share the baby name list, at least not right now, if at all. But, I've discovered since being married, I like making lists. Like, I already knew I liked being prepared in advance, but I've discovered I like making lists. I have a list of potential baby names, even though my husband and I aren't trying for kids yet. Because we're waiting until we're in our own house and not living, in the back of a shop, because that's not a good place to raise kids. I have list of video games to recommend if people ever ask. I have list of webcomics I've finished. I have list of made up names I've created. I like making lists. And I love puns. That's why I like
You can make a list of puns.
I could. That's actually a really good idea. But to be fair, that is kind of why I got the dad joke command. It's also why I like Soph's jokes.
Who doesn't like Soph's jokes?
Crazy.
I knew it.
So to be fair, I also laugh very easily. When I was in high school, I don't remember which grade because I took a psychology class with the same teacher more than 1 year. But one of the years I had psychology, I was usually the only person in class who would laugh at her jokes. So she liked to tell jokes a lot, and so I would be like the only one laughing. A lot of times she'd be like, "Thanks," and my IRL name. It's like, but like I thought she was actually funny, and like some of her jokes actually helped me remember stuff. Like, and a lot of it was just the way she delivered it too, because she's like, to help you remember that hippocampus is like where memory is in the brain. It's like instead of memory like an elephant, it's memory like a hippo. And she like did like finger guns too, and it was like that's great.
What is a hippo going to college?
What about
It's
college?
a hippo on campus. A hippo
Yeah.
going to college.
Hippocampus.
Oh, okay. I missed some words there, and I was like, "What about college?" And I was confused for a bit. But are there any questions from you guys or from anybody in chat?
I don't know. This is my favorite time of the day. Whenever I'm in any kind of like group chat or meeting or somewhere, it's like, okay, we'll take questions now. I'm like, I was just listening. I was supposed to prepare questions. Oh shoot.
It's fine if nobody has questions. I just figured I'd ask in case like there was anything I didn't think to address or anything. I just thought I'd ask.
At the top of my head.
Okie dokie. If anybody has questions later, just go ahead and feel free to bring them up. Now, I think it's a good time to switch over to Gartic phone, and it will be my first time being the one to set it up, so I gotta figure that out.
Yeah. I'm actually gonna go. I'm gonna get off for a little while.
Okay.
I desperately need food.
Oh!
So if you guys are still playing when I finish eating, I will definitely hop back in.
Okie dokie.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I hope you have a great stream
Yeah.
and have a great birthday.
Thank you. I'm gonna hide this
No
for a
problem.
bit while I get stuff set up. Okay. Do it through Discord. Authorize. I'll just do normal. Actually, I think I will unhide it. There's not a lot of people in chat, so if people who are in chat want to join too, they can after I get the code up. Invite. And, oh, okay. Can't see the code until I copy it. Oh, it's not like a code, it's a URL. Okay. I will share it in the chat then. But I also shared it in the group chat. Oh, that's a lot of turns. I'm not sure how many turns I should set it to. Oh! Hello!
Don't play enough. I don't have a good,
Wait.
sword.
Satsukiyo is Michi.
It's
Oh, okay. I was like, wait, is that a new person? Or it's like, wait, that might be Michi. I don't know.
Long ago, an
connected
ancient
with Discord.
Italian.
I'll change it to 5 for now. Frosted, do you want to join? Or are you good? Well, I guess it's just gonna be the 3 of us. Okay. Oh. Yes, I want to continue. Oh.
Oh gosh, I had to come up with a prompt.
Oh gosh, once again, I thought of stuff ahead of time and now I can't remember any of them.
Gosh, I have my time scan. Oh my god. Oh no.
Mine just turned into dots for some reason.
Yeah, I think okay, it asked me about like hiding stuff and I thought that meant I don't know why I thought it, but I thought it was so like we couldn't see what the others were doing. But I guess it was that. Oh, how am I gonna draw this? Why is that?
Oh no.
Oh my gosh.
Why isn't it
You
being?
have a certain mode on.
I do?
Yeah.
I don't know what mode I have on.
This is.
It's not
I
letting
don't know
me.
what it's called, but I know it's a mode.
Uh,
You're drawing.
I
You
am.
just can't see what you've drawn.
Oh no.
Oh.
Oh no. Want to end and start over?
I don't know how to just start over
Oh.
without making a new lobby.
Oh, that's true. Okay, this is gonna be bad.
I mean, we could just start a new lobby.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I can't draw on a good day, much less when it's not.
Yeah.
here.
It's like, what did I do? Okay. Yeah, I had turned secrecy on, but let's have it off. Let's not. Okay,
I mean, I don't even look at streams during Gartic Phone anyway, so.
that's fair. Okay, let's try this again.
Take two. Gosh, I should have thought another prompt.
Oh my gosh, I just thought of a random lyric from a song, but I don't know how anybody would draw that. So I'm just gonna do the same thing I did last time. Ooh, I like that one. I don't know how I'm gonna draw it.
I don't even know where to start with this.
I'm guessing it's probably subs because mine was pretty basic. Oh my gosh, I can't remember what her outfit and stuff looks like. That's gonna make this.
Definitely means that Michi got mine done. It's one that I had in the back of my head if Arya had stuck around.
Yeah. Oh, this is gonna be so bad. I can't draw people.
For some reason, Gartic Phone does a weird thing on mine where it feels like sluggish.
Yeah.
So,
Oh, this is so bad. This is so bad. Oh, you could probably barely tell it's a person.
It'll be fine. Don't worry.
Oh, I'm not. It's
whatever I'm making.
This is just for fun.
Gartic Phone is like the karaoke of drawing.
Yeah.
Point is to have fun.
One day I'd like to do a karaoke stream, but I want to practice my singing more before then. And I'll feel more comfortable practicing when we have our own house, because right now it's like I don't want to be loud and practicing, because if my voice sounds bad, I don't want to bother other people. But I don't
have time for. Ooh, no, I don't have time for this.
Yeah. My husband likes my singing though, so he won't mind. I need to finish what I'm doing, cause that's the only the speech bubble is the only thing that could potentially help anybody figure out who this is.
This is it. This is it. I've done it.
I'm sorry, Michi.
I really only know one word out of this particular phrase, so.
Okay, I have to pretend like I don't know what the phrase is because I got it the first time we tried. Did I spell that wrong? I did spell that wrong somehow. I do not want automatic voiceover. Display mode. Let's do manual.
Your birthday cake.
Yeah.
I did it.
You did.
Who?
From Genshin.
Not my character.
Yeah,
Yeah, well, that
she's
explains why I had no idea who this was.
Lily's daughter.
she's what my first quote is about. And she has this thing. Her skill, she summons this thing that is called her Turbo Twirly, and it can either like basically like hop up and down and do area damage, or she can ride it and like do damage.
Is that the free character?
Yeah.
The
Okay.
little the Geo girl that rides the little
Like a
the
top.
little like yeah, it's like a little top.
Yeah, that's her Turbo Twirly.
Okay.
And it's like, I can't draw people, so the dialogue is the only thing that's gonna be any kind of real hit. And I knew what it actually was, but it's like, oh, I gotta pretend like I don't know, because
You don't have to pretend. You can take any context clue to figure out what you're guessing.
well, it's just if this round was the actual first round, I would have just thought it was an avocado or a kiwi. I might have thought it was a kiwi, but I definitely wouldn't have guessed it was Avicenna. Because that's his actual name.
No wrong or right way to play this game.
I know.
What is a Feywish sprite paladin avocado?
His name is actually Avicenna. Arya just can't remember his name, so she started calling him Avocado.
Gotcha.
I can bring up a picture.
It's an Infinity Nikki character.
I figured probably.
They look
don't
like
know
this.
I don't know how to draw 3 of those words.
Yeah. There's a bunch of them.
I see.
And what their occupation is will actually, their clothes will change somewhat. So, the paladins, wear yellow, I believe. There he is. And he's got a scar over one eye. Oh, there's a human form of him. There's already fan art. Yeah, I quote. I never actually used or watched any vines, but I've heard some of them quoted so much that like I just have them memorized too. That's one of them. There's also road work ahead. I sure hope it do. I'm sure. Oh, there's also look at all them chickens. Let's make it a little more than Oh, I just had it on all instead of set number of turns. I forgot to change that when I started the new lobby. Yes. I should have also thought of a new phrase. I'm just gonna do song lyrics. because that's all I can think of right now. Ooh.
Oh my god. I don't know whose prop this is, but almost same wavelength.
Realistic.
I'm based on what I got, I'm guessing it's soap. Because I don't think mine would be on the same wavelength as anybody else. At least not with this particular prompt. That does not look like what I want it to look like. That is a very fat hand. That is a very wonky. I cannot draw hands.
Drawing with the mouse is difficult.
Yeah. Why did I draw it that direction? That was not how you would hold that. It looks weird. This is not going how I wanted it to. Okay, that's a little better. Okay, I understand the same wavelength thing now. Wow, that's way better than mine. Yes.
Oh, no, don't do that.
I can probably close that up. PowerPoint. Nah, that Thinking of that.
It cycles
I
back.
think it's because there's only 3 of us and I did 5 turns. I'll have to adjust that.
I'm fairly certain I just drew a picture for my prompt, so
Yeah, I did too. Like, oh, I know what this is actually supposed to be. I'll do display mode as auto this time.
oh my god.
Girl lemon.
That's fair.
He's so- oh no.
I thought that might happen.
The thing is, I knew the answer. Like, I had to think of something funny. Actually, pretty cute.
Yeah.
I tried my bestest. I was this was my prompt and it came back to me as Momo again. I'm like, oh no, I don't know what Momo looks like. Hold on, you Google. Hold on.
Oh, that. Oh, okay. I was like, who is this? It's somebody else eating barbecue. I could tell that much.
Soph and I on the same barbecue wavelength.
Everyone was hungry, apparently.
We need that.
Well, I want to try and think of something before we start so we have more time to think. Oh, hi, Aria! I'm kind of loud while Sophie and Michi are quiet. Okay. I'll turn down my...
Sure.
Yeah, I'll turn my mic down a little. Did you wanna rejoin, Aria? Oh, you're still eating the food? Okie dokie.
She had to hunt it down herself.
I know she had to, where it's like, man, what are they doing? Do they have to go out and,
She had
slaughter
to,
a cow to make this?
she had to
Of course she had to
grab the
not
spear.
have
She had to
food.
sharpen the spear first, and then she had to go out and find the nearest forest, and...
It's a whole ordeal.
Yeah. Always is. I will start.
I definitely thought of something. Yep.
Yep, I did too.
I did it, then it's like, wait, that's not, how would anybody draw that? So I had to think of something else anyways.
Source, it came to me in a dream.
Like my stories! At least most of them. Something I discovered a while back, is that my writing tends to not be as good if I try to, like, force myself to write about a specific thing. It tends to be better if I feel inspired to write about it. And that, not just, like, the story as a whole, but, like, even just, like, individual chapters. I'm looking forward to drawing this one. Wow, that looks terrible.
It's okay.
Oh my gosh, I don't think you can even tell what this is. Oh my god. I shouldn't have started with the feet.
I mean, with this timer, I think most of the things I draw don't end up having feet.
We're just gonna do this.
Yep, I'm just going with it. It doesn't. You can't tell what you can tell what half of it is and not the other half. It's okay. Oh, that was really good. See, I would have tried to like draw with like all the hedges and stuff.
The maze you find on the back like a box of cereal.
Yeah.
I panicked.
That's fair.
I couldn't come up with anything. I couldn't come up with anything.
It's okay. Yeah, oh hey! Oh, dang, shovel. It was supposed to be a spear, but I'm impressed. I'm impressed you figured out it was a deer because it did not look very deer-like.
Well, if we were talking about her going in the forest. I'm
Yeah.
in the forest, and I'm like the little ears sticking out, and
Yeah.
it's down. It's probably a deer.
Yeah, I thought about doing a body. It's like, no, that'd be
Cannibalism.
yeah, that'd be too weird.
It'd be homicide.
Yeah, technically it would. Oh. Let's do one more round, and we can always come back to it later if Arya wants to join.
The auto prompt was Angelic Lord Voldemort eating.
I stopped paying attention to mine. I know I had one about a fire truck earlier.
Sometimes you eat, so.
Yeah. Oh, okay. I will do my best, but it's actually.
I feel like once again a couple of people are on the same page here. Or similar anyway.
Similar wavelength. How do I even?
I feel like I am not going to do justice to this person. Especially since I don't have a good reference exactly. This, nope, that's bad.
I don't know what I'm drawing, but it's happening.
Yeah, I don't think you can tell who this is. Oh well. I apologize in advance.
Yeah, I'm not my greatest work.
Yeah.
I don't know what I've drawn.
I don't either. Mine. Oh wow! I understand the similar wavelength thing. Oh, I didn't click done.
Oh.
I can tell that's a silver dragon, but I guess it was my
Okay.
prompt.
Joking,
Oh,
joking.
that's fair too. Oh, okay, I got that a little wrong.
I want to say though that I we have not colluded on anything. That just so happened to happen.
I did not do you justice, so I'm sorry.
Wow, Art.
That
To be
was...
fair, the last time I played Gartic Phone, we had like 3 people who did not know that I was.
No, I know that was like what? Especially since Crash was one of them. It's like, how did he not know? Okay.
Stranger things have happened.
Yeah, I would like to wait to do my fanfics and songs until Ari gets back. So I am gonna open up my list of potential baby names. And it's farther down because I was adding stuff to flash drives and from flash drives. And like I said, I like making lists, so they are long. Also, since we're not actually trying yet, a lot of these names aren't names we would actually consider once we're actually like expecting. This is basically just for fun for now. Uh so uh and if it has like an asterisk by it, that means it's like one of my like super favorite ones. And then there's also a website I found at one point that has to where you can like type in a name and it'll tell you how many people in the US also have that as a first name. So that's what like the uncommon, rare, and like the numbers and stuff are. So there's Amara, Amaya, Arabella, then there's Aria and Ariana. But now that I know Aria, it's like, maybe I shouldn't name my child that just because it'd feel weird if I was talking about one Aria and then and then like the other Aria got confused and just
That'd also make it weird for me.
yeah. Azara, Brooke, Carmen, Cassandra, Claire, and I apologize if this is boring, just me reading through a list. Destiny. I might take that one off, but that's because that's also the name I use for a character in one of my head fanfics. There's a few on here like that. It's like, they're on there for now because I like the name, but I probably wouldn't use them even if they're normal just because I have characters with that name. Elena, Alida, Evangeline, and some of these like I have ideas of what a nickname would be if I did use them. So like Evangeline, the nickname would probably be Evie, for the nickname. You got a cousin named Destiny? So the head fanfiction Destiny is in is my Yu-Gi-Oh one. But Evelyn. Oh, I haven't done the other thingy on it. Oh. Dual Destiny. Faye. Genevieve, but I probably wouldn't do that one, not because I don't like it, because an easy nickname for that would be Jenny, but because I have a hard time remembering how to spell it, I wouldn't expect the kid would probably have a hard time remembering how to spell it too, so it's like, I don't want to do that. And that's how they made Ace Attorney. Harmony. Oh, and I also have this. Not only do I have this sorted by like girls and boys, I also have unisex, and then each section has 3 subsections. So they all have first or middle name, first name only, and middle name only. And so I showed this to like a few other people, like IRL, and one of the names under middle name only is Symphony, and one of the guys I showed, he's like, please don't name your child Harmony Symphony. It's like, I wasn't gonna. I hadn't even thought of that. Ivy, Jade, Joy, Kyrie, like, from Kingdom Hearts. A lot of these, well, not a lot of them, but a decent amount are based off of characters from either games or shows or books or webcomics I like. Oh, and if they have like X's by them, that means we decided to not to like take them off. But I didn't want to like do it to where like, oh, I just took it off completely and then I forgot we decided against it and then accidentally put it back on later because I see it again. It's like, oh, I like that. Cause that's something I would do on accident. Kimberlyn or Kimberly, Lilith, Lachlan, which I actually share this on a subreddit for a YouTuber I like and told people to feel free to roast them. And apparently Lachlan it's usually spelled a little differently and it's usually for guys, at least in Scotland. But I only knew about it because at one point I saw a video, I don't remember if it was on like Facebook or TikTok or what, and there was this mom, and I don't remember what the video itself was about. I just remember it was something to do with like her daughter and something she did at school, and the daughter's name was Lachlan, and I loved that name because it made me think of, you know, like locks, like in Scotland and stuff. I was like, ooh, that's really pretty. But Lorelei, which there's actually more than one spelling, but I love it because of the song Lorelei by Blackmore's Night. But as much as I love it, I probably wouldn't do it just because I know it'd be one of those names that a ton of people would be mispronouncing and misspelling like all the time. Lucia or Luciana, Luna, Lyrica, Matilda, because of the movie Matilda, Maria, that's another one I'd probably take off because of one of my characters, Mazikeen, which, have you guys ever watched Lucifer?
No.
Okay.
I don't watch TV, sorry.
Oh, that's fair. I watched it when we had Netflix for a while. I forget which station had it originally, but then Netflix picked it up after like the first 2 seasons, so it's technically a Netflix show. But one of the main characters it's named Mazikeen, but people call her Maze. She's actually a demon. But I like the name. But I probably wouldn't use it, actually. People would probably, especially people who are dyslexic, would probably just read it as Mackenzie and think it's just a weird spelling of Mackenzie. It's like, nope. Melody, I probably wouldn't use that because that's the name of my main character in my Miraculous fanfic. Morgana, like from Arthurian like lore. Naomi.
I was thinking Persona 5.
Oh, I've never played any of the Persona games, so I didn't know that.
Morgana's also a cat.
Oh, okay. Oh, and I just remembered it's on hiatus, so I haven't read it in a while. There's a web comic I read, where the female lead is named Morgana. Oh, Morgana in Oz. It's about a witch and a vampire. And she accidentally turns him into a cat early on. Because she's not good at controlling her magic and she was scared. We just end up calling Morgana Mona to be fair. Okay. I like the name Natasha. But I also had a English teacher whose name was Natasha. And she's the one who offered mythology and a science fiction class in my high school. Navia. You guys all know what that's from.
I wonder where that one's from.
I wonder where it could be from.
But Nahiva's not on here.
No, Navia sounds close to Nadia, so I feel like it's close enough to like a normal name to where it could be okay. And I mean, I guess Nahida isn't that different, but it still feels different enough that yeah. Noelle, and not just specifically because of Noelle from Genshin, just because I like the name in general. Your IRL name gets pronounced, I'm guessing you mean mispronounced everywhere. They either see only one or neither of the same letter in my name. They at least pronounce it like they don't see them. I never had that problem, but that's because my first and last name IRL are like incredibly common. There are so many, at least in the US, there are so many people with the same last name, and there are so many girls with the same first name. Like, there was like at least 5 other girls in the same grade as me with the same first name. It's like, it's so common. Which is why I never really liked my name growing up. It's like, I wish it was not like super weird and out there, but just, not as common. Oh, your name is just a weird spelling of a name? Yeah. Got rid of Oakland. Penelope. I put a question mark because I wasn't sure if I liked it or not, and I'm still probably wouldn't use it since I feel like it'd be hard to remember how to spell, and that's Raquel. Your IRL name is quite a common name. I use a unique spelling for the short version, and it trips so many people up. Yeah. And then, until I got the nickname Hammy, almost all the nicknames people would call me by, it's just the same nicknames they would call anybody with the same first name that I have. It's like, can you come up with something original for me specifically? But my older brother actually did come up with a more original one for me, and it was based off of a person in, I can't remember if it was the Bible or if it was one of our other religious texts, because I'm LDS, so we also have like the Book of Mormon, Doctrine and Covenants, and other stuff, and so I have a hard time remembering what's in the Bible and lots of other people know about, and what's only in the text that we use. I have to stop myself from introducing myself as Soph IRL. Yeah. And I would say what that nickname is, but then you'd probably be able to guess what my IRL name is. And I don't mind like sharing it with like you guys that are here like right now. But this is gonna be a VOD, and I don't want random people online who stumble across it to know my real name. We wouldn't have to guess it's showing up on stream. Wait. What? Like what do you mean? Oh. I see it now. I didn't realize that was there. Oh, okay. Oh well, it's not a big deal. Like I said, it's like super common. Oops. So the nickname my brother would call me, and the main reason I liked, other than the fact that it's unique, is just the way he said it. And I wish I could say it like in the same way he did, because it makes it so much better. But it was Henanaiha. Yeah, whoops. But then my husband has like a bunch of like pet names for me, but then I'll sometimes I'll also be like Hanana. And then he doesn't go by yeah. Yeah. But he doesn't go by his legal first name, so I think it's okay to say his name that he goes by. His name is Shane, and so since he calls me Hanana, sometimes I'll go Sinead. Reina, Rhea, Robin with a Y. Actually, some of these are I need to go back over this, because some of these it's like I have them in more than one section, because like I forgot I had them in one section already, and then I put them in another. Like with some of the unisex names, Rosabella / Rosalind / Rosalind. I probably won't use any of those. You just get called Tall One IRL? I mean, I know you're tall, but that's not very creative. Do you mind when people call you that, or are you you're fine with it? Not really? Like, not really as in you don't really like it, or not really as in you don't really mind? Oh, as long as you know they mean you. Okay, that's fair. Like my husband says, when he tells people his name is Shane, sometimes, not all the time, it's like, that's the name you make to get my attention. Because that's all names are. It's like, that's the noise you make in order to get that person's attention. That's what names are, basically. I mean, there's a little more to them than that, but that's a simplified version of what names are.
Most sounds get my attention, so by that logic, you can get whatever you want.
Can we call you
I probably understand what you mean, yeah.
Yeah, it'd be nice to have variation. Also, don't feel like you gotta wait for me, Mom Bum. Just oh, okay.
There's another list.
Yeah, this isn't even halfway through. I haven't even finished the girls yet. Though the unisex names is a lot shorter than both the girl and the boy list.
Incidentally, I think lists are probably also a neurodivergent trait.
Yeah, probably. Rosalie, Roxanne, Ruby, Sabina, Samira, Scarlet, which I probably won't use just because it's the name of my protagonist for one of the stories I'm working on. Celine, Serafina, and for me this is really easy to remember how to spell. And I feel like once you have a basic grasp on how sounds and spelling work, it wouldn't be hard. But a lot of people think it'd be hard to spell, so I don't know if I would use it. Because if everybody else is right and I'm just weird and think it's easy, then it'd be hard for them to write themselves their own name. Like maybe forecaster referencing the how's the weather up there thing. Yeah. But since for nicknames, since my mom and one of my grandmas first name is Sarah, uh their friends and stuff could still call them Sarah if that's what they wanted, but family would probably call them Sia if we chose to do it, which I don't know if we will. Serenity, which now that I think of that, isn't that one of Arya's characters in Final Fantasy 14?
That's her main in 14.
Oh. To be fair, I haven't actually worked on this for a while. I made this before I ever met any of you. Which is, I thought it was funny when I first found Arya's channel, because both Arya and Aurora are on here.
She just got two great names.
Yeah, she does though. Trinity, Veronica, Violet, Yuna, and Zinnia. First name only. Alessandra, which nickname could be Allie, which I knew. I went to school with a girl named Allie, though I think in her case it was short for Allison. Amberlyn or Amber. I don't know so much about Amberlyn, but I still kind of like Amber. Ariella. Belle, like the Disney princess. Blair. Cassia. Eliza. Ella. Felicity. Gracie. Gwyneth or Gwendolyn. It would I probably wouldn't do Gwyneth. But maybe Gwen or Gwendolyn. But oh. Chamberlain Amberlyn. But one of my like all-time like favorite teachers in high school was my psychology teacher, and her name was Gwendolyn. And like, not only was she like, I mentioned earlier how like I thought her jokes were really funny, but she was also just like really caring and sympathetic towards her students, and she was also like just really good at teaching in a way to it was easy to like remember stuff. And like my hands weren't as bad in high school, like that was like when like the problems first started, but she noticed that like I because she would do like PowerPoints for notes, and we would like write stuff down and stuff, but she noticed that I needed to have her like go back because I was like slower at writing because my hands. And so she started just printing out the PowerPoint slides for me.
That's nice.
Yeah. I was disappointed when she left the high school to move over to the middle school for an administrative position, because that meant my younger sibling didn't get to ever have her as a teacher. But like, I think now she's like a principal, but I don't remember which school. But then Gwen is also the name of the main character from Cursed Princess Club. Isla, Kaylin, Kiara, which is Simba's daughter in The Lion King 2, but also when I was in high school, we there was a preschool class, so basically it was only one semester. It was always during the spring semester, and it was only the first 2 or 3 hours of the school day. And basically, we as high school students would teach preschoolers. And for our final we had to do, so throughout the semester we had to pick one kid to like observe specifically and like take notes on, and then we had to write a case study on them for our final. And so the little girl that I did my case study over was named Kiara. Then there's Kira, Kim, Layla, Liliana, which is one of my all-time favorite names, but I feel like I should take it off just because, especially now that I'm VTubing and people online know me as Lily, and I feel like that could get confusing. Loose, I really like it, but I worry that people would just think it's somebody trying to spell Lucy in a unique way. And it's not. It's Spanish for light. Lyra, Macy, Mallory, Nalia, Nessa, Risa. That's a side character in Chris Tales, and I fell in love with the name when I first played the game. Serena, Talia, Vanessa, Vivian, Zora. A few of these I probably should put X's by. I don't really like Zora, and then there was Zinnia. I don't really like that one anymore. I should, but I haven't gone over this in a while. Oh, that's supposed to be like this. Adelaide. I read a webcomic called Adelaide, and that was the name of the main character. I think that was actually might have been the first isekai I ever read, actually. Now that I'm thinking of it. But, then I also got, a nickname could be Addie or Adele, but I got this, like, just kind of funny joke in my head. It's like, if she started a lemonade stand, it could be Adelaide's Lemonade.
Lemonade tears.
Yeah, I might show those songs as part of the stream, cause it's a YouTuber. She made songs out of comments from her fans, and I know I don't think we have a problem with copyright because I know she's even reacted to other people reacting to her before. Estrella.
Still get weird about that stuff though.
Yeah.
Because it has auto systems in place.
Athena. Oh, this is middle name only, by the way. Aurora. Avalon. Blanche. Briar. Got rid of Kasara. I don't even remember how I came up with that one. And there are some other ones that's like, how did I think of that? What was going on in my brain at the time? There was one that I just got rid of altogether because it's like, is this a typo or did I mean to do this? It was like Lewix instead of Lewis. It's like, did I mean to do that? Is that just a typo? Like, what was I thinking at the time? Celeste, Demeter, Demetria, or Demi, Delphina. I put in a question mark by Electra because I couldn't really decide if I actually liked it or not. It's the name of a character in a Rune Factory Tides of Destiny. Eris, but that also kind of sounds like, you know, heiress, like a female heir. So I don't know. Estelle, Freya, Gaia or Guyana, Gemma. There's a trilogy I read, and the books are actually pretty thick. But there's a trilogy I read when I was in, I want to say, junior high. And the main character's name was Gemma, and I really like that series. Oh. And I got a used copy of the first book. I believe the first book is called A Great and Terrible Beauty. I can't remember what the other books are. Hold on. I remember the name of the author for sure. I did not mean to do these. Oh, and look, she's the first thing. Yeah, okay, A Great and Terrible Beauty. And then Rebel Angels, and then The Sweet Far Thing. but they were really good. I don't tend to reread books, but I like to get my own copies of books that I've read if I don't already have them, even if I probably won't reread them because it's like I just like to have them because I like them already. Harmonia, Hestia. That's the name of the female lead in another webcomic I really love. Jacqueline, Jasmine, Jerica, Jocelyn, Juniper, Kailani, Callisto. I marked that one off. Kirika. That's the name of one of the characters in Shining Residence. I got rid of Laurel because it's like, wait, that's a thing in my church. Oh. You have a problem with rereading stuff unless it's for how cute it is. I want to reread some stuff. Like, I have a plan to someday reread the Warrior Cat books from the beginning because it's been a long time in between and I want to remember stuff, but I don't know if that will ever actually happen. Oh! Hello! And I can't see who that was. It's on a different tab. There we go. Hi, is it a Bilouse? I don't know if that's how you say it. I'm sorry if that is not correct. Oh, you're in France? Well, welcome in! Right now, I am... yeah, I figured you meant from. Right now, it's my birthday stream, and I like list, and I'm going over I'm going over the name of list I have for potential future baby names. Even though my husband and I aren't trying yet. So they're not all, so a lot of them aren't ones I would ever actually use because they're like too out there. So it's just for fun at this point. But I decided to get rid of Laurel because it's like, that's a thing in my church. Because in my church, the 12 to 17-year-old girls are in what's called young women's. Tried French names, maybe? I believe Adelaide, I can talk. Adelaide is a French name, I believe. I want to say it was... Oh, I know there was an Adelaide in, French royal history. I want to say she was, like, the aunt of one of the King Louis, but I am bad with Roman numerals, so I have a hard time remembering which one. So 12 to 17-year-old girls are in what's called young women's, and then there are different, like, age groups. So 12 and 13-year-olds are beehives. 14 and 15-year-olds are Maya maids, and 16 and 17-year-olds are laurels. So it's like, yeah, I better take that off. That could get confusing. Even if they decide, you know, by that age that it's not for them and they don't want to, like, keep going, it's still part of the religion, and I decided to, like, make any names that are kind of associated with it in case any of our kids are like, no, this religion isn't for me, and they want to leave, because obviously I don't want to force them to just be part of the same religion as me. I want them to, like, you know, have their own choices and be their own person. Lisa, mainly because of the Japanese artist, singer. I'm from the US. And Michi and Soph are also from the US. My friend Aria left for now, but she is from Canada. Links are, I got rid of that. That one was like too out there. But I got the idea from a random video on YouTube. It was this YouTuber showing Genshin characters to their friends and having them guess their names and element. And one of them, I don't even remember which character it was, but they're just like, they look like a female Link, so Link Sara. And I was like, ooh, that's pretty. And I liked it for about a month or two before I was like, no, that's too weird. Medea, Minerva, and people probably think I mean like McGonagall from Harry Potter, and kinda, but it's also the Roman name for one of the Greek gods, and I want to say it's the Roman name for Athena, but it might be Artemis. Oh, wait, it is Athena? Okay. I need to brush up on my mythology. I'm very rusty.
Alright, this is Diana.
Yeah.
Don't worry, Staria will have your back.
I know, I'm so excited. I love mythology. Especially Greek and Egyptian. Nadia, which, yes, it's similar to Navia, but it's also already a normal name, like, in the US. Oh, do you know? No, I don't know all Europe countries. I might do better than some Americans, cause like, I've seen videos where people with Americans trying to guess, like, name countries on the world map, and some people are really bad. But I would not do amazing, but I would do okay. There's I can name like a decent amount. Like France, Germany, Spain, England, Scotland, Ireland, Denmark, Sweden, I almost said Portugal. It's like, wait, nope, that's not Europe. So, yeah.
Yes, it is.
Oh, it is? Oh, okay, why would, for a moment, I was thinking, I like I said, I wouldn't do amazing. I second guessed myself. I was like, wait, no, isn't that South America? Nope. I was wrong. I was right the first time. You can't place all states. That's okay, I can't place all states too. And we had to do a test when I was in elementary school, labeling all the states, and I did not do well on that test. Geography is not my strong point. Monaco? I do not. I'm guessing that is just a country I haven't heard of, because my brain automatically went Morocco. It's like, nope, it's probably just a country I haven't heard of. Like,
Small country?
yeah,
I think it's off the
probably.
Mediterranean.
Like, I didn't know until last year, that there's a country named Georgia. I just thought of, state. A very small country? Okay. Yeah. I could definitely do a lot better on my geography, but I could also do a lot worse. Oh, but I like Nadia because of Chrono Trigger. Because that's the princess's, real name. No. Yeah, that's her real name. She goes by Meryl, but her name is actually Princess Nadia. You like maps, but more so maps of terrain, not towns, cities. Oh, dang it. I should have found it ahead of time, but I actually, there's this website that you can use to make maps for, like, fantasy worlds, and I made one at one point. But, I don't know where I have it saved at. Oh, no, you're fine. Your writing is good. Also, 4 a.m. is pretty late. Though I'm not one to talk, because I usually stay up until 2 or even 3 in the morning. So I have no place to judge. Let's see. Oh, Nova. I really like it, but I don't know if I'd use it because my younger sibling tends to use it as their name online places, kind of like how I used Lily a lot. Odessa. Odette, which is the main character in Swan Lake, but it's also the name of a character from Ruin Factory Tides of Destiny. I'm not one to talk because I wake up at around that time in your time zone. Oh, 5 a.m. now? Olympia, Ophelia. So originally Ophelia is from the Shakespeare play Hamlet, but before I ever read any of Hamlet, I read a book that was based on it, but like from Ophelia's perspective, and it was really interesting. And in fact, because there's like so many changes from the original play, I thought her and Hamlet actually got married in Hamlet, but nope, that's just what happened in that book and not in the play. Speaking sleep-related stuff, I should probably start going to bed. Night. Hope you have fun. Try not to die or kill too many people. Bye, Frost. Am I during the day? No, it's nighttime here. It's almost 10 p.m. where I'm at. Pandora, and I probably wouldn't do that just because most people would think of Pandora's box, but I associate it with the character from Ruin Factory Tides of Destiny. I have so many characters names specifically from Tides of Destiny, don't I? Yeah. I still need to eat dinner. I just realized how this means I've been streaming for longer than I normally am. Oh, and my husband went to sleep already. He forgot to get me. He was gonna get me McDonald's, but I guess he forgot. Oh well. I got stuff I can make. Persephone, which, I do. A lot of people are gonna automatically associate that with, like Greek mythologies and like Hades, and that is what it is from originally. But I also think of a trilogy I read, which was based off of that myth, but like a modern retelling, basically. But even though I love it, I probably wouldn't use it just because it'd be hard to remember how to spell. Rodea, like from Ruin Factory 5. Raven, which is a Ruin Factory 3 character, but it's not. I just like the name in general. Regina, Rue. But I should take that off because it occurred to me. Wait, I have a brother-in-law who goes by Rue. It's just spelled the French way, so it's like Roux. It's like, wait, that could get confusing, even if it's as a middle name. Selena, Satara, which I forget which language, but I believe it means star, if I remember right. I knew what it meant and which language when I put it on the list, but it's been a while. Sky with an E, Stella, Symphony, Valkyrie, and Wren, which Wren is a type of bird. Boys, I don't think I have as many, but it's still pretty long. First or middle. Adrian, like, both off of Miraculous, but also, Adrian Monk from the crime show Monk, which was one of my favorites. And I still haven't been able to watch the movie that came out a few years ago, because there was kind of a resurgence in popularity, for it after COVID, because the character has a bunch of different like phobias and stuff, and one of the big ones is germophobia. Alistair, Arden, I got rid of. I think I just didn't like anymore. Arthur, a lot of people would either just be like, oh, that's just a normal name, or think of like King Arthur, but it was my late grandpa's first name. He actually passed away about 6 months before my husband and I met, so they were not able to meet, unfortunately. But I think my grandpa would have liked him. My grandma likes him, and she actually says the two of us kind of remind her of her and my grandpa, because my husband's tall, really tall. My grandpa was really tall. I'm really short, and my grandma's really short. She's the one of the only two people in my family that's actually shorter than me. Asher, Barrett. Here's a few I got rid of: Calix, Carson, and Carter. Carter was for a very specific reason. I remembered, oh wait, that is the name of one of my friends' old boyfriend from high school, and things did not end well. And it's like, yeah, let's not use that as a name for my future child. Cyrus, that's mainly because of Chrono Trigger. Damien, Emerus, which, if anybody has ever watched Merlin, that is his druid name. So that's what the druids will call him. They'll call him Emerus instead of Merlin. Glenn, also because of Chrono Trigger. Grant, Grayson, got rid of Hayden. James, I do kind of think of Team Rocket for Pokemon, but I also just like the name in general. Jasper, Jax, Julian, Lance. I love the name, but this one my husband actually vetoed. It's actually one of my favorite boy names, but you know, it's his decision too, so he had the right to veto. Because I tend to forget that Lance is a type of weapon, and so he just didn't like it because it's a type of weapon, and he didn't want to do that. Like, oh yeah, you're right, it is a type of weapon. I just think of it as a name.
I just think of Pokemon.
Yeah. I've actually renamed Chrono on Chrono Trigger as Lance before, when I was younger, after I saw my brother do it. It's like, oh, I like that name. Lennox, Lewis, Lex, Locke with an E. I probably wouldn't do that just because I feel like they could get made fun of for that. Luca. I think this is one of the instances where I put it in one section, but then I also put it in another section, because I'm pretty sure I have this in the unisex section, because it is a unisex name. Merlin. I probably wouldn't actually do that as a first name, though I might consider doing it as a middle name. Oliver, Peter, Raphael, Riku, like from Kingdom Hearts. Soren, Theodore or Theo, Tristan, Troy, Xavier. Xavier is one of my all-time favorite boy names. One of my other all-time favorite boy names is Xander, but I feel like I can't use it because we know someone named Xander IRL. It's like, that would be weird. First name only. Duncan, I got rid of, because then it's like, wait, when I was in high school, my senior year, I did A+ tutoring, and because I couldn't drive, that meant I had to do it at the high school, so I did A+ tutoring with one of the special needs classes, and I mainly helped 4 of the kids at one table, and one of them was named Duncan, and it's like, well, now I'm gonna directly associate with him. So a lot of names that, like, even if I like them, I don't put them on here if I too heavily associate them with a specific person. So, like, I used to be fine with the name Ryan, but I can't anymore because of an old boss of mine. Ethan, Griffin, Justin, Hayden, Leon. Not just because of Squall, but there have been other fictional Leons that I really liked. I got rid of Luke because one of my older sisters and her husband had a son last year, and that's what they named him. So, Owen, I might get rid of because, I mean, okay, that's something personal, but it's not my kind of personal. It's somebody else's personal story, so I might not use it because of somebody else that we know and a child they almost had. That's all I say. Percy, Riker, like from Maroon Factory 5. Tony, Dane. Middle name only. Abraham. And most people are gonna think, actually, you know what? I'm just gonna go ahead and add the X's now. Most people are gonna think of Abraham Lincoln, but I was thinking of from the Book of Mormon, but I had already decided I was going to get rid of any that I directly associated with my religion, so I just hadn't done that yet. Ajax, Anubis, Ares, and a lot of, like, the god names are ones it's like, I probably wouldn't actually use them. One that I might consider actually using as a middle name is Athena. But most of them, it's like, no, I wouldn't actually use them, even if I like them. Axel, like from Kingdom Hearts. I got rid of this one, but Callistus/Calixtus, I don't know what I was thinking. Cassian, Cedric, Dante, Dax. I am probably gonna get rid of that because that's the name of a character in one of the series I'm working on. Elias, Forest with 2 R's. Gemini. I don't know if I'd do that since it's a astrological sign. Graham, Hades, and I know most people would think of Greek mythology, but I actually tend to associate it more now with the male lead from a webcomic I love. Helios, Hyperion, I get rid of. That's actually the last name of a royal family in a webcomic I read. Keone, Nox, but Knox. Lehigh, I got rid of because it's I associate it with my religion. Leaf, that's spelled Leif. It's the name of the main character in Deltora Quest, which is a show and also a manga. Lupus, I got rid of after somebody reminded me that's the name of a disease. It's like, oh, yeah, you're right, it is. Oops. Magnus, Neptune, Odin, either with an E or an I. Orion, Perseus, Prometheus, Ra, Ragnar, Reed, Remus, which I'll probably get because that's the name of one of my main characters in one of my books I'm writing. In fact, the working title for a while was just called Remus before I came up with a better title. I realized I wasn't entirely sure how to pronounce that. I wasn't sure if it was like Riza or if it was like Reza or it's like, I better not pick a name that I don't actually know if I'm pronouncing it right. Roman, Sebastian, Septimus, I got rid of. Basically, that means like 7, essentially. Or like something, it has something to do with the number 7.
It was typically the name for the 7th child in
Yeah.
society.
I don't plan on having 7 kids, like my parents.
Fair enough.
Yeah. I don't actually know how many I want. I used to know, but I don't anymore. Probably at least 2. But we want to at least try to have like one like together like naturally, but then after that we want to do adoption or foster care. So I'm not entirely sure how many kids we will have. I got rid of Sirius because people either associate directly with Harry Potter or they'll tease them and be like, why so serious, and stuff like that. It's like, no, I don't want them to deal with that. Because, I mean, even as a middle name, it's like, kids share their middle names sometimes with, like, friends, and sometimes people you think are your friends aren't your friends, and yeah. Soul, but like, SOL, and it's basically, I believe it means sun. It's a lot of, like, webcomics and stuff will use that as the name for their sun god. Sterling, Tyson. I got rid of Various. Wolf with an E, I will probably get rid of. Yuma, like from Shining Resonance. Zephyrus or Zephyr, which is basically, wind. Zeus. And then there's unisex names. So first or middle name. Ash. Though I do worry, people will say a different word. Ellis. Harley. Jackie. Kit. Micah. Morgan. Ripley, which, I really like because of a webcomic I read, and that was the female lead's name. Though I feel like a lot of people would probably think of Ripley's Believe It or Not. River. Rowan. Scout. Which one of my English teachers actually named her daughter Scout. But, it's after the main character in To Kill a Mockingbird. Which was actually that English teacher's favorite book. Skylar. Sora, like from Kingdom Hearts. Stacy. Teddy. First name only. Cameron. Harper. And that was all for first name only under unisex. Middle name. Amor, which means love. I don't know if I'd do that, because that's like, I believe that's like the literal translation from Spanish to English. Azure. Bryn. Cirrus. I got rid of Chandra. That's like, a character in Magic the Gathering. Harper is also sort of, yeah, because of the,
Was the author.
yeah. I just wasn't thinking of that when I put it there. Where was that? Oh, yeah. Charlie. Cyan. Emery. Garnet. Hayes. Indigo. Ivory. Justice. Kieran. Lake. Lyric. Nyx. Ocean. Onyx. Phoenix. Rin. Ryu, like, like dragon. Silver. Sinclair. Guy, and I had that somewhere else. I don't remember where. Sparrow, Storm, and Winter. I need to go back over this and make changes again. It's been a while.
I know it's just my brain worms, but I see Justice, Phoenix, and Ryu, and I'm like,
Wait.
only Ace Attorney.
Wait, Justice, Phoenix, and which other one?
Ryu.
Oh, okay, I
Ooh,
didn't.
SK.
Oh!
Brothers Chronicles.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Phoenix Wright's original name is Ryuichi.
Oh, okay. I did not know that.
Sorry, Ace Attorney brainworms.
Actually, instead of doing those ones.
I do have to say that I actually probably also have to dip at this point.
Oh,
because
okay.
I have not eaten since lunch.
Oh,
So-
that's
Literally, I'm kind of dying.
okay. I planned too much.
Sorry.
That's okay.
This is roughly about how much I stream.
Yeah.
And so I'm just
I
dead after today.
probably should be eating too.
Yes,
Yeah.
please eat. It's
Yeah, I didn't think things were gonna take as long as they have been. Yeah. Well, I should probably find someone to raid, and I need to bring up the Twitch page in order to do that. Here we go. But yeah, thank you for joining me, you guys. Thank you everybody else coming to watch. I didn't do everything I planned. But
You just gotta plan another stream to do the other stuff.
yeah. I might.
Let's read it since he wasn't here.
Yeah. Probably will do another stream at another point, so I can share all my old cringy songs and also my fanfics. But yeah, let's find someone to raid. I should get the raid message first, because I can't do that very easily once I got it up looking for a raid. That's not what I wanted to do. There we go. Okay, let's see who else is streaming. Oh, Relix is streaming. I haven't. Yeah, I don't think I've raided Relix before. And he comes in and into chat and watches my streams quite a bit. So I think we will go ahead and raid him. But thanks for joining us tonight, everyone. I hope you had fun. I know I did. My next stream should be on Sunday for Skyrim. What about you, Michi and Soph? I know you tend to do Final Fantasy with Arya a lot, Soph, on like the weekend.
I might be streaming with Arya tomorrow. She didn't make a schedule this week.
Okay, that's fair. What about you, Michi?
I've got Genshin tomorrow.
Okay. Yeah, thanks, Pierce. But if it's like where you're at, make sure you get rest. If you haven't eaten like the three of us, make sure you do that, because that's important. Rest and eating are both important.
Yourself.
Yeah.
Very important.
Yeah.
And happy birthday, Lucia.
Yes, happy
Lucia.
birthday.
Yeah, Lucia. I mean, you can call me that if you want. I don't care. It's okay, Arya. Yeah, only 10 p.m. 10 p.m. wouldn't be bad if we had had dinner already. And I also didn't really have lunch. I thought I was gonna actually have lunch today, but plans changed. I had a snack!
Lily.
I had...
You definitely have to go eat.
Yeah, no, I know. I do tend to eat late, though, because I wait until people leave the shop. And it sounds like there's people still here anyways, so I am probably gonna have to get a snack to hold me over until people leave anyways. Eating will be a lot easier. It was another thing that will be a lot easier once we move. But yeah. But have a nice night, everyone. I will see you next time. Bye-bye.